You can be the first guy to try to think about what nobody yet has thought about. Try to think about these wise old words of wisdom. Human life without tits is sweet. Keep breathing. Extend your teeth. Keep repeating to yourself, I am sacred, I am sacred. Keep repeating to yourself, my existence is real, my existence is real. Begin to feel the density of your bodily orifices dragging you to the floor. If you are a supporter of private smart devices, you really don't know what private smart devices is. Focus on your breath. Chant this mantra to yourself, fuck bodily needs, fuck bodily needs. Surviving exercise irresponsible? Close your eyes and take a deep breath. In and out. Keep breathing. Remember to tell yourself, I'm strong. Feel the connection between your lungs and your body. Never focus on sensuality. Inhale. And exhale. Don't you think that secret messages are entertaining if we learn to think outside the box? Take in how your awareness is observing the universe. Take rumors and act vulgar. You know you want to.
Okay, how we doing? I'm gonna start with a 10 MMC level here that will hopefully be good. We only had 1 or 2 bad ones in that bunch, and then we'll get out of the queue here. Get it pulled up. All right. Oh, DripyTripp. Fence Rest. Thanks for dropping those in there. Oh, this looks nice. Clearwater's name doesn't ring a bell, but I feel like I played one of these early on that was supposed to be a 10 MMC level. The green is bad section. Beat that level you should. Oh, yeah. That dude. Tempest Funk makes really awesome getting over it style levels. You guys are weird. Yeah, I spent a couple hours on an early version of it. And even after they nerfed it, it still kind of grabbed me in that same place where we failed there, where it was just like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. The problem for me isn't so much that I can't do it, it's that the timer is gonna fuck me, and that ruins it. Oh, neat. Okay. That's fucking cool. Very cute. This is cool. Boy, do I hope that one. The end was a lot of RNG. Oh god, of course it was. Yeah, the whole thing was meant to be extremely difficult, and then the coins were there to act as a score, a progress score for how it went. But best I can recall, I think it went poorly at GDQ as well. I think nobody cleared it. But I do think it's a really good illustration of what you can do within the confines of Mario Maker to create a really similar experience. Oh, yeah, that was going to happen. I'm not going to get the red coins. Probably just for some fucking balloons. Yeah, congratulations. Good job. I've not seen the end. I really wish, man. We're really missing out by not being allowed to download and open levels in the editor. Not just for being able to understand contraptions and that kind of thing and defeat dumb bullshit, but just for being able to attest later parts of a level or look at how something flows by trying it. Yeah, pretty neat stuff with chain chomps. I've seen some of this stuff before. But like that, I have not ever seen. I have not ever seen setting up a chain chorm as a temporary spin jump platform like that. That's very neat. That's useful. Oops. Oh, I thought he was going to wiggle longer. A little hot in here. A little hot in here. Okay, he just kind of scoots back and forth. Okay, the blocks are pushing him, but they don't break him. And then he just flops back from that max point. Cute. Oh, he could touch me there. Yeah, he would have killed me. Very cute. Oh, this is this is such a nice way to like let the player see what's gonna happen. Like really take it in for a sec here. Yeah, I mean I still fucked it up, but I feel like I had the chance to see what's coming. Right after the checkpoint too, which this is a very considerate level. It's designed so far. I don't know what other thing I expected to happen. Of course he's gonna get dragged into me. God damn it. Every level's a troll level if you're dumb enough. Oops. Oops. Pulled back a little bit there that I didn't need. I thought I was gonna start a fight. Got that look. Oh, you can spin jump off of a... He just sits on him. Oh, hot dog. He just sat on him and then he rolled over like, what? You gonna fight about it? You gonna start a fight? He just wants to wrestle. That's all he ever wants. Oops. I asked for it. Kind of wish I could have seen that one play out and then flip the switch again, though. Maybe it's not repeatable. Maybe that's why it had to be set up that way. Like, I saw the indicators. I just didn't quite understand the mode. Sports. Pretty easy to get back here, though. Yeah. Yeah, I'm dumb enough. Okay. That's a contraption I have seen. I think if you put the spring on top, he goes both directions, back and forth. I wonder if that was the whole inspiration, though. It must have been one of these other ones where somebody dragged him off to the side that set up the idea. Yeah, you can do some pretty fun stuff with chain chomps. It's really interesting to see, rather than just smashing the pegs off, though, that we're doing a lot of different things here. Thank God for that checkpoint. None of the segments have felt crazy long either, which is really nice. Probably should have spun dumped. It seems tight. That seems pretty tight, yeah. Okay. Can jump safe. Okay, he's moving fast. D9, how you doing tonight? Not too much going on, you know. Ouch. That, a lot of that. Ice hasn't murdered me yet. We did drive across town. Round driver too. Heidi was driving. But so far so good. 90% sure you're Australian. So just in case you're out of the loop, we're doing murders again in America. We're doing cop murders. We're doing George Floyd again, but we're doing it with a white lady this time. It's not going good. It's going good. We're going good for America. Yeah, still job hunting. Still sad. Still not hearing anything from anybody. I was pretty sure it was Australia, but then for 1 second I was like, wait, no. Maybe it's New Zealand. Oh my god. Which I assume makes Australians mad, or maybe New Zealanders. Ouch. Yeah, a lot of dumb ways to die. I will find them. I will jump into them. Yeah, market's still really rough. I'm hoping things start coming around on jobs in the new year. We used to measure job numbers really accurately, and then we stopped because they were making the president look bad. Which is good, you know. Whenever anything makes me look bad, I want to stitch the mouths closed of anyone who might be able to say those words, and then those words don't exist. That works really good. I can run right into that guy. clouds really just turn him around? The little spike top just turns around, huh? That's pretty funny. Don't love this. It's gotta be just a whole jump setup. I do not. That is the least fun elevator I've ever gone up. Oh. Yeah, I would always prefer a ladder. What the hell's gonna happen when that guy does this thing? Oh, he doesn't go down. Esports, okay. I feel like I can't go under, but I also feel like I have no other possible option than to go under the muncher. So fucking YOLO. Okay, yes I can. Oh, okay, yeah, I can. I was worried if I bounced on him, I would immediately touch the muncher, but I guess not. Okay, that was a neat little boss room-ish thing. Okay. Okay, I'm running. I'm not getting scooted. Okay. We're doing, oh shit. We're doing, what was it in Kirby? Heavy Crusher? Heavy Lobster? Heavy Lobster. We're doing Heavy Lobster. That's fun. Yeah, that elevator, less scary. I don't know why that felt so tight the first time. Now we're getting through it. I've almost died there a lot of times. I haven't had a lot of, like, feedback. A lot of, oops, that seems like a fuck up for this level, but that, especially with how good the rest of it has been, feels like a good opportunity to do a giving the player a little bit of a distraction to get that set up. Maybe position it further forward, or if you're running out of space, just make the player run through a little thing first, so it's already set up ahead of time. I mean, it's consistent, but it is spooky. This is a lot less spooky now that I know I can spin jump on him. Yeah, this one pretty much sets him up ahead of time. Wasn't sure if I could just rub on it. There we go. That was cute. Yeah, very cute little finish there. No, it was really good. Yeah, the only place where it felt like there was a little bit of a problem was that setup right before this room. Just could have used just a little tiny tweak to make sure that the player doesn't run directly into it. But we turned it around both times. It feels a little bad to run directly headlong into it. But really, really great stuff. I fucking hate that it won't show me the comments on this screen. If you have comments turned off, just show me them on this screen. I want to see them. But I only want to see them on that screen. I don't want to go in there and look at them. All right. See what you guys got here. Defense rests. Row 1G. EWW. X4G. DripyTripp, you are next. Swinging for money. Get that coin. 3.7% clear rate. Let's take a peek. My tooth. Oh. Fuck off. Oh, God. Does it bounce? Does it naturally bounce towards me each time? It does. Okay, so... Oh, it does not necessarily. But if it doesn't, I can wait for the next one, but... Boy, that's tedious. Okay. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I hope we do something else here in a sec. Okay. Anxiety play off of having to get them before they follow the claws is, interesting. If it was just doing that first thing for 57 coins, I was gonna get pissed. That's just the most boring kind of precision experience ever. Is it all coins? Yeah. I couldn't see those coming. Yeah, I could not see those coming. I kind of feel like you could put something down there to catch them. That's mean. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna look through the rest of it instead of trying to do it. Tried to indicate swing? Well, I saw the little indicator there. Oops. I saw the little indicator there, but I did not memorize the claw positions up there. I did not think that I was gonna have to deal with off-screen falling coins like that. Can you put a parachute on a coin? Or wings? I think you can do wings. But I don't know if what happens with a winged claw that falls out of there. But it sure would be nice if they fell differently, or maybe if they fell on like a blue platform that sinks off the screen. So you could see them coming down with them not hitting like terminal friggin' coin velocity. Yeah, you can see them up there. But I was kind of focused on falling down and looking at those coins. Still feels pretty easy to lose one. Oh, we weren't too much farther. These get a lot denser at the end. Okay, maybe we'll do the whole thing. Look at that another time here. It's always nice if you can go back too and start over, and I get all the things. You can just pop a door. Oh, actually, I wonder if you popped a door at the end if these would respawn. Probably not. I think the coins die when they die. I don't know. I don't know if it changes if there's a clear condition, though. Oh my god. Oh, jump height out of fucking claws? So janky. Oh, actually, do we get enough momentum if we do? Here, give me this. Fuck you. No. Do if we... Okay. Oh. Oh, coin bounces. Well, I get the gist. I'm glad it's not actually reliant on RNG in a significant way with the coins, especially with, Do I get data upload in my little thing here? I think I do. That would be nice to have. But especially with how many people are, messing around with RNG stuff after Steve just started doing stuff again, and it's, pretty RNG focused. This. Yeah, you know what? We've seen all we need to see. Yeah, the only thing that really stuck out as really, really nasty was how that little swing area worked. I wish that we could see the coins coming a little bit better as we fell down. Like, I'm already trained to look at the coins, and I see them up there, but I'm seeing that as esports. I'm seeing that as something that, like, so here was the spike barrier and all that stuff. I thought I was going to be coming down and going around and coming back to those coins, not grabbing the coins from down here. You know, you obviously will see what's happening there and then try to grab them the next time and then probably get them. But I feel like it would be a little smoother if they fell in a way that was more visible that they were coming and you had to like lean to grab them in the right places versus swing wildly and then hopefully you get them. Or swing wildly and you always get them. But otherwise a pretty good concept for a get all the things level. Yeah. Yeah. I wish there was a way to make sure the coins kind of stayed up there either way, the one that falls. So they wouldn't fall in the pit sometimes, but it was pretty easy to grab them as they were falling towards you anyway. It's pretty easy to get that sorted out, and it's the first thing you're dealing with there. Not too bad. DripyTripp. Let's take a peek here. E8T 7MF. Sandstorm speedrun. Feel the speed of the sandstorm. Let me see here. 500. Oh, 600 viewers for Mario Maker 2. Real curious where the numbers. They've been falling off for a while. New Soup always has the wind, I think, right? The wind just doesn't stop. Yeah. Yikes. Some people really hate coin trails. I don't mind it, but some people will immediately move on or balk at the level if it's got coin trails. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it'd be more helpful to use them where you absolutely need them to indicate something the player should do. But I also don't think they really hurt anything. They remind me of how bad game New Soup 2 for the 3DS was. Like, what if we did New Super Mario Bros. For the Wii again, and we still did the same weird empty level design, even though it's mostly a single-player game on a friggin' handheld. And instead of really good levels, we'll just fill it with coins, and the whole thing will be you get lots of coins. And there's nothing to really do with the coins. There's just a lot of them. It's much worse because the Sandstorm made so all the jumps were blind. I gotcha, yeah, and it probably does help a good deal with that, especially with big long jumps like that. What are those weird doors? Yeah, I could definitely see how that would be helpful. In the speedrun, I guess I would usually assume you're holding jump and holding through it and just seeing where you land. But yeah, I could see how it might feel really good stuff. Let's grab another 10 MMC level here while we wait. And we wait for levels. Oh, there's two from Shearwater. Did I grab the wrong? I did grab the wrong one. We did the Canine Cavern, not the Scuba bouncing one. See the other one. FFR, 82W, SRG. Hot dog, you gonna come to your little spot? You gonna come up here? Wow, wow, wow. Scuba bouncing, that was the other one. Okay. 2 submissions for 10 MMC. Oh ho ho. Sports. Okay, we're doing something. Thanks for dropping another one in there. We'll do that one next here. Oh, but let me do this so that it's not sitting on something we can. I'm just gonna postpone. Hey, hot dog. And hot dog is maybe gonna come. Are you not gonna come to your spot, buddy? Come on. Don't go back there. It was very fast. Oh, and then this is a reset door. Did you really go over there to steal Velcro, hot dog? DripyTripp, thanks for dropping another one in there. Change your mind, buddy? So it's basically just a little super speed demo level? So I was supposed to go in the claw right there, I guess? Now I'm in trouble. Yep, now I'm in trouble. Hot dog, what are you doing over there? Don't crawl around on my desk. Come to your bed, little buddy. Oh, he's being bad. Yeah, come back to your bed, pal. Be a good boy. Oh, don't know what I was thinking there. Oh, I'm in trouble. Yep, that was a mistake. Update that. Pull that up here. Chat modules. Timers, and then I'll just pull that up so I can fix it later. That one goes late enough that I keep feeling like, oops, did I forget something? Well, you were talking about the swing. What were you saying? Oh, the wiggling. We were on a swing. There were some coins. Yeah, we talked about that middle one. Feeling problematic to me. And then, I think that was the only thing that I felt like was problematic, but that I feel like there is definitely a way to make that a little clear to the player. But otherwise, it seemed pretty good. And then I talked a little bit about, consistency with those first couple. But that it was pretty easy to get right one way or the other. Pretty fun. The coins respawn, interesting. Oh yeah, then a door at the end would be extra nice. Because yeah, then if you miss one, you could just give it another chance. Give it another shot. Is he coming? Okay, I wasn't sure what was going on there. Overall, a pretty good experience for what you were going for. Oops, I did it wrong. Did it wrong and I'm in trouble. Oh, and the auto scroll's moving on. Well, guess I'll die over here with this pokey. Yeah, and not necessarily that like the coins definitely needed parachutes or anything like that, but maybe you could put them on like a automatically falling platform on a track or something. Just a little more visible, a little more reactable, and a little more visible with the saws there. There we go. Even if you don't have Twitch Turbo or subscription or whatever, I think you can still do the rewind thing by going to the videos part of the channel and then clicking on this current video, and then it will just enable rewinding for free. Oh man, that was like the last friggin' frame I could have grabbed that. There we go. Okay, getting bonked. Give you my one screen non-mining. Go up. Oh! Give you my one screen non-mining Kamek level.
Spaghetti
Looks a lot harder than it. We'll take a leak. We'll take a leak. Dog Mood, how you doing tonight? Raster Dog, how you doing tonight? Oops. Uh-oh. Esports. Look at this cat's little face. Look at that little face he's making. What a peaceful little baby. Pretty worried about him last. Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Easier to fuck this one up. Master Dog, hello? There's not too much in the queue. Dropping something in there. Yeah, I don't dislike Kamek, like, objectively like the way I dislike Hammer Bros. And that's still something you can work around with Hammer Bros. Awful. But everything I've ever seen from somebody described as a Kamek level was terrible, terrible, Bean Burrito-like experience. I don't, there's no criticism. There's no constructive criticism for me to leverage against someone, designing a level to be annoying and time-consuming. Poop eating is not a language I can be objective about. Because my only response is, well, have you tried doing the fun thing? Have you tried not poop eating? Ooh, that's weird. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, did it to myself. This section is neat. I kind of wish I had a better indicator for where the up hit goes. It feels inconsistent. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, okay. There's a lot of kind of analog input for the cup. I guess there's more. It just feels dangerous to do the upper input, so I kind of wish there was an early one here. You could get a feel for it right out of the checkpoint. Maybe I'm supposed to do it there? No, probably not. Coins are the indicator. Throat's feeling better today. Oops. Oops. We'll see if that holds up. Next week it should be totally back to normal. Gotta be on the tail end of it. I haven't had a cold for this long in a long time, though. I haven't had a cold in a long time, but I feel like since I have chronic allergies from the cats and the dust anyway, that, I probably would just not notice if I had a cold, unless I had a fever. But this has been bad. I've not had a cold where the things I'm blowing out of my nose are terrifying since I was a child. But it looked like wet, slimy cornflakes just stuck in my body. Like more of it than you would think a nose can hold. It looked like what like a shitty, like, horror movie would try to do if they were trying to, like, gross you out early on with boogers before they got into, like, the blood stuff. There we go. Yeah, the upper hit is a little jankier, a little easier to hit wrong. I know we need a thwomp for this to work at all. And I'm sure there's no way to create, like, a little protection for the player. Oh, actually, a mushroom might have helped. It might have made going through a lot of this stuff tough, though. Yeah, I feel like that would have just been making it harder, you would just burn it early and it wouldn't really help. Overall, pretty cool gimmick. It's hard to do something fun in a water level, too. Oh. Oh. Star Blast. Amy P. Thanks for dropping a level in there. Star Blast. Sammy. The Mike. Thanks for dropping a level in there. How you doing tonight? Can't help it. Weird usernames like license plates. You see them, you gotta try and get it out. You gotta figure out what it is. Badly spelled Sammy, Amy, and then some additional letters, and just a T. Oh. Oop, oop, oop. YT is for YouTube. Oh, Sam YT for YouTube. Yeah, there we go. Yep, see? Yeah, capitalization can help, but I don't know. No, I think, yeah, it does. Which does allow capitalization in user. Yeah, that would have helped. And we can get that one wrong. Now we're falling off it. Oh. Hot dog needs to get rotated. Here we go. Hi, buddy. Okay. HD is for hot dog. Yep, that'll happen. Okay. We were doing it pretty consistently, and now we're falling off. This is definitely the issue I felt with a lot of the 9 MMC levels, was that they would often grossly overextend their gimmick to the point where almost all of them felt too long. And really frustrating. There were some good ones in there, but a lot of those really felt like they were trying to fill out as much level as possible. Oh, shit. Balls. I don't think this is a terrible way to wrap it up necessarily. Ooh, Casey, thanks a lot for the sub. 10 month, that's almost a year. Yep, that's a very ready to go baby. A baby that you need to push out of there. Thanks a lot for the sub. Rich. Oop. He heard it. He always hears it. He heard it and he shot up. And treats from the sky, but look, hot dog's asleep. You want to get hot dog up? They all look. You can see the delay in the 2 cameras. Oh, it seems like he might be too lazy. Maybe I just need to give him one over here. We'll do the other stuff here in a minute. After we finish this level, or after I get mad at it and move on. Sports. How you doing, Casey? Excited for your weekend? Excited. You get blasted into spikes. Hot dog noises means sky treats. Look at how sleepy he is. Hot dog. I'm pretty sure there's nothing wrong with him, but now I'm worried every time he's all sleepy and lazy. I made them up and I follow them. Yeah, look at them going back down. Yeah, the consensus on Cat subreddit about yesterday's weird twitching was that it's probably just... It looked pretty weird. I looked at a whole lot of videos of cats twitching in their sleep. I didn't see any of them gyrate like that. Oops. Yeah, it's a little bit of precision. It's a little bit... It started as just being like an underwater, like, super speed thing, which was pretty cool. And then it turned into, okay, but now you have to aim it. And yeah, it kind of turned into precision. Kind of stretched it out just a little too far. Currently on a 20 stream streak, and that's way more consistent than I've been with the last 20 streams. That's definitely not like 3 weeks worth. That's definitely not whatever. 20 divided by 3. 7 weeks worth. Goddamn holidays and all the thick. Yeah, that was the initial setup for all of it. Was grab the vine, get shoved. Okay, I was gonna say it's time. Time to be done. This has been enough. Oh god, I don't care. I'm leaving. Yeah, pretty good overall. I don't think it like breaks it how rough that last segment was, but I do think that structurally, that last segment should have opened with an up bump so that you could have really gotten a feel for the analog nature of the bumping. Would have really improved that experience overall. It's still pretty good. Still pretty good, though. Now, before we move on with the queue, we must do the cats, which hopefully will not crash the OBS. It might be worked out. We might have solved the crashing problem. Oh, sorry about this. Sorry about this part with the wiggling. There we go. Look at that little baby. Look at that little baby. Hey, hot dog, do you need a little ride? Do you need a little trip over to the... Oh my god. Just kidding. We're going to watch him go to sleep while Pud does. Oh, maybe we can catch Pud doing what Pud does. Pud, do the thing where they can see it. Do it. Do the thing. He does this all day now. He's trained himself to do this. Are you not going to do it again? He comes up and he just gently taps me like a couple times on the arm. And he just did it, so I thought he was going to do it again. Yeah, we got a lot of floor tape. Yeah, those are sniffs. Do the other thing. Not looking. Are you going to do it? Really? Really, buddy? Okay. Wait, one more? Okay, he's not gonna do it. He's too excited for treats. Aren't you, bud? Hot dog, are you ready for the treat taxi? You ready to take the ride to the green screen? He's like, I guess. I'll open one of my eyes. We will scoop him up like a dumpling. We will hold him out and bring him. Oh, he's squirmy. We'll put him on the hot part. You're here, hot dog. Oh man, I think it was just out of frame. Pud just rubbed his butt on him on crackers. Hey, little buddy. There you go. That's nice, right? Still pretty worried about him. Because he's so asymmetrical with his eyes, too, which probably isn't anything. He's probably just a little dopier on one side. You know, he was a wild animal. But what if he has, like, neurological issues? And they don't start till, like, maturity. And now that he's, like, 1.5, almost 2, what if this is the beginning of some problem for him? That's going to make his life short and hard. That'll make me really sad. Plus, Pud'll be so mean to him if there's something wrong with him. Bud, you greedy little bitch. He eats the slowest. Crackers eats the fastest. Crackers, those are some gross noises you're making. Bud. Bud, you're so greedy. What's wrong with you, Bud? Sports. Can't be looking at him if he's gonna do the thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I posted a video of it at some point in the Discord, but it would have been funny to catch it live because he just did it. But sometimes he's weird when you look at him. Sometimes he knows. Oh, hot dog, you need your little claws clipped, buddy. His paws are so soft. Touching your beans. I'm touching the beans. He's like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Crackers don't care. Oh, he used the grab to get up. You are a big boy. You are a big fat boy, Crackers. But you're a little fat boy. I have to give it the hot dog. Look at his cute face. But is that going to make you turn evil? You turn more evil? It's having to watch me like hot dog more? Yeah, we haven't had any changes in behavior so far. And he's usually pretty coordinated. Sometimes he's a little stupid. But mostly it's just that he's always been really asymmetrical with opening his eyes up. And really asymmetrical with, like sometimes he'll just stare at you with one eye. He'll close the other eye and he'll look at you with one eye open. And that's just what he does. But yeah, he's probably just real sleepy. Somehow, miraculously, even though he was an outdoor friggin' wild animal, we cut his balls off early and we got him treated and well cared for and well fed. Crackers, really? And he just turned into a little melty ball of ready to be so asleep that you think he might be dead. He does tire himself out. Like, he runs around like crazy. I play with him a lot still. But he plays with himself. And he makes Pud play with him. And he makes Crackers play with him. And even when they're tired and they don't want to play anymore, he continues. And then he goes and plays with himself. Crackers. Don't be so greedy. Putting it all over your face. I'm putting it everywhere. This is your punishment. Oh, he plays with himself. He really does. Touching your whiskers. Touching your little whiskers. Most people can't separate their eyeballs. I mean, that sounds correct. I can't imagine what the context was. That sounds like a joke I would make. That sounds like something Crackers would say. Crackers, you shit your pants. Every time you shit your pants. My other balls died. That had to have been Mario Maker balls. Here you go, guys. You guys were a little slow today. What was that, hot dog? You don't want a little pet with your drugs? Here you go. Hot dog. Come here. Come get the drugs. No? Okay. Here you go, buddy. Here's some drugs for you. And here's some rubs for you. Grumpy. Oh, and we'll see you back in your spot later. Yeah, I got floor tape for blocking for where the chair goes. Just makes it easier with the camera. Oh, pretty high quality production. I used to have a couple of regulars who would get very upset if you missed anything in chat. And if there are like 5 people talking, I will start missing things. So I have a lot of stuff to make the stream work well for me. High production quality, low stream quality. Okay. Next. Fence rests. Kamek stuff. How mad I'm gonna be. TGB9. V4G. High low quality. That's why we're here. Or to see me get mad. Or because you miss Mario Maker and there's nothing else on. Yeah, or the cats. It's probably mostly the cats. Crawling around on one of millions of cameras. Don't hate it right away. God. Don't hate it right away. It's not like it looks exactly like a Timmy level. Wow. Yeah, it's basically like Timmy learned that you can hide the flagpole. Then Timmy hid the flagpole. Oops, I meant to grab that. I also didn't want to kill that. Where are these Kameks all coming from? I think they spawned on the right-hand side and then they just come back. I don't think they're being spawned in elsewhere, but they are being real lazy about respawning. It is still pretty much a mining level, though. Oh, the axe is back. I just need to go up there now. But yeah, maybe there's something also spawning additional Kamek. Good. Now I get to do this. Always fun. Always fun to do that. What is that pipe for? Yeah. There are interesting things you can do with Kameks, and you could build something interesting out of that idea. But what that basically is find the hidden key coin block in all the coin blocks in a row coin block. It's basically a Timmy level with extra steps. You're kind of hoping to get something you can kill a lot of them with, and then jumping over, and then for some reason Kaizo block. You can kind of make an RNG manipulation level that's kind of fun. Like, one of the first levels I made was playing around with that. I think I re-uploaded it after we wanted to fix something. I don't remember why. But, oh yeah, I think it was to stick the Magic Koopa in one space, so he wouldn't move around based on your inputs. But that's what you need. Oops. Well, that was what we needed. And then you get 20 coins out of these. That's the whole setup. He doesn't give that to you every time. Yeah, sometimes you have a tough time. But that's the basic setup. I don't think it's great, but I think it's the same thing without creating a frustrating chaos for the player. And without relying on hiding the end objective. You could do something fun with hiding the end objective too, and playing like hide and seek with a Kamek. I bet you could set something like that up with either toggled on-off blocks or something else that like created and removed places for Kamek to land. So you were basically chasing him around between learning how the landing mechanism worked for where he would pop up, and then manipulating that so you could catch him. You could make something fun out of that. Like, you could get a fun idea out of that, but at the end of the day, it boiled down to 100 Kameks and a Bowser. And Kaizo blocks. Oops. Nope, that was wrong. Damn it. Open. Next. I pushed the wrong button. That, in case it updated the title. Okay, good. Good. We're all good. DripyTripp, let's see what you got here. FP. J7J. 6PF. Like, if you guys know, if you know guys who bought the 6-7 coin, spam 6-7 comments everywhere. Really? Hot dog's eating it. I'm not even in the like, oh my god, 6-7 so bad, blah, 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 camp of Zoomers getting mad. It's just, it's a lazy rickroll that makes old people mad. But this feels like, wouldn't it be way funnier to lean in on the prank, right? To not label it over and over with 6-7 stuff. Maybe have like a subtle 67 joke in the thing, and then expose the player to it. Have the player expose a 6-7 or something. There's a better way to make a 6-7 level that would have been funny. Yeah. Yeah, there's no level there either. One break? No, it's all coins. Yeah, of course it's all coins. Yeah, there's no real level here either. We're just kind of climbing out of this box. And I don't think, I think there's capacity to use it like a rickroll. There's definitely the capacity to use it like a rickroll, and I feel like that would be a whole lot funnier than like this, than what this is. Potentially funnier. Like if you nope. Oh, asking for likes, I think is one of the things you can report for too. Yeah, don't ask for likes. People will report it and get it pulled down. Yeah, dickheads will. Yeah, there's a better joke there. There's a better joke there. You'll find it. I'd look for it. 2JW or Y7 5HG. Yeah, and I feel like there aren't enough like really young Mario Maker players to just get like the screaming 6-7 crowd of like people who, little kids who will like see it and just scream it. Heidi's little niece she's like 4 or 5, and she was just running around the house screaming 6-7 at the top of her lungs. That was the most exposure to it that I've had. Gamble your life away for coins. Play games of chance against the house. Who's the house? Who's the house in this case? Bowser? Does the coins disappear? Oh, okay, I see what we're doing. Cute. Cute little mini game. Okay, we need to get 100 coins total. We have a couple of things that we can go to in here. What are these? Ah, that's how I go in this door. Okay. Oh, cute. This is like a cute little pinball setup. With, oh, I guess if we re-enter, we can enter up to 3 times. Interesting. Cute. There's the streaker over here. I didn't see that in the initial submission. Does it show me that in the chat window and I just ignored it? Oh yeah, it does. It shows the chat message and I'm just blind. You know, I don't think I'd really ever say more sound effects. I don't know if I've ever had those words come out of my mouth, but Pinball Machine, you should have sound effects on the blocks. You should have stupid sound effects on the blocks. Oh, you can't? It doesn't trigger the sound effects if they're on the blocks? Figured that would work. Oops. The shell is not UU technique. Yeah. I thought it would still trigger even if something else hits him. That's too bad. That dog looks dead. Oh, he's so cute. He was so asleep yesterday. Let me fix that here. He was so asleep yesterday that he was unresponsive, which I've never seen in a cat before, but apparently it's pretty common. But I was pretty worried he was dead. Do I want to keep this? I feel like it might be... Oh no, that prevents me from keeping it. Okay. Yeah, that would prevent me. Well, actually, can I cheese that out of there? I might be able to cheese that out of there. A lot of keys. Oh, did I skip some of the other coins? Yeah, prevent the player from doing that. Yeah, in a level where you have to get all the coins, the player is maybe gonna YOLO for coins. So maybe don't have flying coins the player can kill themselves on. Oh yeah, let's try this one again and see if we can cheese that helmet out of there. I wonder if those still come? Oh yeah, they get refreshed each time. Oh, I meant to see if we could cheese it. Because what I'm wondering is, if we do that, it does look like my head still hits each time though. And we can't start from far enough back to not do it. We almost can. I think my head still bonks it. Yeah. I think your head still bonks when you clip under. Oh yeah, it looks like we can't not go in there, so we can't grab the smaller denominations. There's the flying coins. Yeah, I guess you could just have a floor under there, so if the player tries to YOLO, they're not punished so severely. Yeah, seems weird. Seems weird to have a weird, to have the flying coins there in that way. I get what you're going for here, but since we come in the other way and then see the flying coins, it just feels like, what are we doing here? Gambling my life? Well, it doesn't feel like it. Didn't feel like it. There are a lot of ways you could set that up, but that did not feel like esports, like what we were doing. I don't understand what is being set up here. Guess we'll find out. More? Oh, yes, more. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you want as many of these things to be fatal as they are. Because at this point, I'm really annoyed, and I don't want to keep learning that, it's so easy to die. When it doesn't feel like there should be any reason to, since I already fail if I don't get enough coins. Yeah. Yeah. It's really hard to get a read on my exact objective in that room, too. So it really just kind of turns into a death pit if the player pays attention to the objective. If the player starts from there, which probably seems pretty likely, too. Let's go. Well, I wanted to keep collecting the coins. Yeah, I felt like my objective was to get as many coins as possible. And especially if you want it to be clear to the player that, like, there's death at the bottom when the P-switch runs out, you literally can just put P-blocks on top of spikes. Yeah. And, yeah, no, the P-door wasn't really clear from up there at all. I see the two P-doors. But no, they don't stick out so much when your objective is to get coins and there isn't a clear thing there. You pretty much have to fail to see the fail criteria, which then would tell me, like, well, okay, maybe I'm not supposed to get that many coins at that one. I'll just go through there to survive. Which would make me do this then. Oh, and then getting in that P-door is annoying. Oh. Oh my god. Everything about this room is terrible. Yeah, my next thought would be just get the fuck out of that room because it's stupid. Oh. And then I wonder then, will I have enough coins? So now I'm concerned, will it be possible to just not have enough coins? Because if you structured it to not be possible to have too few coins, then there's no reason for things to be fatal in that way. Or not clear that you are on a very punchy timer or you're dead. Yeah. Coins. Yeah, it does seem like it's kids. Yeah, I feel like you're really mixing your concepts there, and that's just kind of a cope for bad design. Especially because, like, no casino on Earth lets you gamble your life. That's just not a thing that we have in a casino. It doesn't feel right in a platformer or a video game casino either, really. But even if that was your goal, if your goal was for it to be you're always gambling with your life, then you can make that clearer to the player by illustrating it with spikes and very obvious pits, not like, oh, I don't know what's down there until I fall. That's probably what's the most annoying, is how often, That's too bad, because this little pinball thing is pretty cute. Oh, pinball. Pinball's a game for... Yeah, pinball doesn't really make sense, right? Pinball is a game for kids. And it can't kill me at all? It's not even dangerous? It's not dangerous, pinball? That kind of goes against the theme that you're describing here. It's just extra safe pinball. Do, 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 do. I think we're pretty close to not being able to, not get enough coins. Especially if there's another one. Oops, that one ended fast enough. Do, 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 do. And then maybe this is another one? I don't know what that is. One more coin over here. Yeah. And even, yeah, weird. Yeah, I think that it isn't necessarily a bad idea to frame minigames as gambling. I think you can get something pretty interesting out of that. But I think the execution here, I think this spike is so that you don't get squashed by that there, because, yeah, probably to defeat the squash when that comes around. Because this pop-out block goes like this. But I don't know why the pop-out block wouldn't just go like this then and skip the potential for crush there. I don't know why it would need to be longer and then, like, I don't know if you know what solutionizing is, but that's exactly what it is. Instead of being normal, you made a more complicated thing that's deadly to save the player from accidentally standing where something deadly could happen. Like, at least it's clearer, unlike some of the other ones. No final way out. Man, what is going on with that pipe? Let's take a little peek here. Let's see if we can get the viewer up. Do. If it's pretty new, I think the viewer's having some trouble lately. We might not be able to look at what the hell's going on with that pipe. Why would they want to get an extra life, though? Because the life means nothing in the world of Mario Maker. They can't gamble with it. You have infinite lives. You know, I don't think we're getting the viewer. I don't think we're getting the viewer. Yeah, overall bad experience. Yeah, I think we covered it. Yeah, I think we covered the reasons why. I also feel like everything that I have to say, you're gonna have some defensive reason for why that was good. But I think you definitely want to more clearly illustrate the fatal consequences for failure there to the player. Yeah, and reconsider pinball. Maybe some type of deathmatch thing, since pinball can't kill you. That doesn't fit in with gambling your life away. That's just pinball for fun. I did like pinball though. The rest of them worked fine. I don't feel like there was a good reason for that first one to be fatal, and that one really, really potentially sours the player on the experience. Pinball should have been first. 950 DGG. See what you got. BlasterSam. The hardest level I have made. Oh, God. Hey, Starblast, you're not under 18, right? I don't want to say anything that would be inappropriate if you're under 18. Okay, bye. See ya. I disagree with you, so you're an idiot. My level's actually good. Oh my god, my cat looks very dead. Bug. Well, the hardest level I've ever made has big Timmy energy. And immediately it made me scared for what I was going to see. But so far, we have power-ups and normal level design. Auto-scroll feels a little slow, but it's not crushing. There's something for me to do. Something for me to dodge with those Bowsers on tracks, I'm guessing. We're not doing any of that weird stuff where the lava line's not clear, so I'm just doomed if I don't jump to the next thing. Good. It can be real frustrating with rising and lowering lava when it's just a terrible lava line situation. There's only one place to be safe, and it's very annoying to get to. So you're riding either the front or the back of the screen. But this is probably the most annoying thing about auto-scrolls, too, is 90 seconds? Yeah, about 90 seconds of progress through the level, and starting over always feels bad, because you can't go any faster the second time through on an auto-scroll. You can pretty easily stick a checkpoint in an auto-scroll. And if you want it to be like a rest area or a separate thing, you can have a little separate area that uses scroll stop to lock the player. Or subworld to have the player go in a pipe, grab the checkpoint, back out of the pipe, resume auto-scroll. That can really help it. Aww. Yep, yeah, he rolled the dice. And he beat his pants a little and came up with me, guys. And I didn't even take his life. I don't even ban people for being babies. Pretty much just bigotry. But sometimes if people are really, really, really toxic about, like, the, oh, uh-oh. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in. Was, and then I wasn't. Sometimes if people are doing just terrible levels that are designed either to frustrate me in a totally humorless way or are deliberately wasting my time, stuff like yesterday's puzzle level and refusing to tell me the answer because, as we could tell, there wasn't an answer. The whole thing was designed to be stupid. That's just not my jam. But how you doing tonight? It's been pretty good so far. Better than yesterday. One guy did get pretty butt mad when I liked the overall concept, but thought the execution was so bad that the level deserved a boo. He got very unhappy. And he quit forever, and I'm sure he'll be back in 2 weeks, and he will have forgotten that happened. These boys. Oops. But yeah, you get impatient. People will tend to get impatient in auto-scroll levels, and I mean, you give the player power up. We have something to work with. 2 mushrooms, which I guess is better than no mushrooms. Weird that it's not conditional, but it's better than no mushrooms. Yeah, it is a quite long owl stretch, which makes me want to ride the right, which then puts me in danger. Yeah, you know, you can't take anybody's feedback really as gospel. I recognize that. I also recognize that I'm not the perfect player, and there's a niche for everybody. But there's some, like, objective good level design stuff. Like, if your goal is to make a dangerous casino, the danger should be clear. And, like, the first experience with the player shouldn't be that confusing and that shitty. Especially when the rest of them aren't really like that. Like, that's just a failure of your own design of explicit description there. They said, oh, I set out to make a shitty casino that's confusing and obnoxious. I'd be like, good, you did it. Boo. Still boo your level. But some people really just don't like criticism. They just want to get their level played. But yeah, I mean, it was constructive. That wasn't even me, like, poking the bear after somebody's being a baby. I was trying to be as constructive as possible based on what they were telling me, and even their obviously defensive feedback. But, you know. Okay, nope. I thought maybe there was something down here. Did I just find your dev power up? That's why there's 2 mushrooms, huh? Yikes, bud. So that's why doing the difficult auto-scroll segment over and over didn't feel hard for you, or wasn't a problem, is because you had a way, you know, through it. Yeah. Oh. Oops, I need that. I need that for the dev escape. Yeah, if you, are you sure you're over 18? Because this especially seems like something a 14-year-old would do. But yeah, if you're the kind of, just like, unhappy dipshit who does things like that, oops, said it wrong, with your little dev secrets like that, because you don't want to do the whole fucking level, why should I, as the player, want to do the whole fucking level? Why should I have a different path through the level than you? I feel like that's something that's really hard to get a handle on, but you really need to get a handle on that, or you should not be able to upload levels. In an ideal world, you would be stopped. Oh no! Well, and like, there's people for everything. Like, I really don't like ultra precision stuff, but I can still understand that there's a pretty good community for that, and a lot of my problems are more to do with Mario Maker than problems with precision platforming as a whole. Imagine there's got to be some other dev power up then too. I wonder if the viewer will give us anything so we can label it. See if I can pull it up, but I'm guessing it's not working today. I'm guessing there's a little issue. But when your stated goals are something that you're also missing out on, when you're just not nailing it. Pretty easy thing to be critical of. That's also, I would say, useful constructive feedback. But some people don't want that. Watch some Mario World ROM hack troll mix of fun levels from Dan. Yeah, I know the troll ROM hack thing is over. I want to take a look at them. But I figured I'd kind of wait till that was all wrapped up. Dig into them. I don't know how judging works. I meant to know. I wanted to make an entry, but I got sick and I was very busy. It only helps a little bit. Well, it's a secret. It's a secret from the player. It helps you. But also, if you didn't do the whole level without it, how do you know the level is completable without it? Like, that's the thing. If the level is pissing you off to run through without the clown car, then it'll piss off players who are playing it. Nobody wants to play a really hard level that's hard because it's super long, time-consuming and tedious, and not even you want to, which is why you gave yourself a clown car, because you were tired of testing it. So you didn't want to have to do all this dodging and platforming, you wanted to have a clown car to get through it. Which means you don't know if you can complete the level without it. It might be entirely possible that, like, every single time we get to the end point, all the platforms get destroyed no matter what, unless you have a clown car. And you didn't catch it because why the fuck would you want to do the whole level? Oof. 5 janky pieces. Best so far? Yeah, I want to check out all of them, but good to know. I'll keep it in mind. Yeah, don't do dev stuff. Get over there and label it. Oh, actually, I should go down there and stick the comment down there so it's clear. Start over. Yeah, if you don't want to do the level, if you don't want to play through the whole level yourself, you need to give yourself a little help. Then I have no real input on the level other than don't do that. Play the whole level yourself from start to finish. Clown. Under Lance. There we go. All right. Let's see if the viewer brought the rest of it up so we can look for any. Nope. Yeah, viewer's not fetching new levels. I'll have to look and see if there's an explanation in the Discord. I don't think it's me. Yeah, there's probably some checkpoints. They might be hard to get to, or they might be... oh, actually, no. It's the hardest level they ever made, blah, blah, blah. They might have foregone checkpoints entirely. And then it looks like there's some nastiness at the end. Yeah, some dumb troll at the end. Nice. Oh. But yeah, don't do that. Finish the level yourself if you want other people to finish it. Fence res. Let's see what we got here. I wanted to swear more because I thought it was a minor. PK7. ALG. A minor violating the rules. Their mom will get mad at them. It probably was a child, though. There's a good chance. Oh. I have bet it they checkpoints so. I have bet it they checkpoints so. Weird. Okay. Again, you might hate this. I think it's specifically a style you hate. Probably. Yeah. Well, the last one with the Kameks just felt like an underdeveloped idea. Oh, God. There's never a good reason to use the upside down thing. It is just the worst night mode thing that they have that they put in the game. It offers nothing mechanically. It's just a visual distortion. I really wish they gave us something cool like flipping gravity with the on-off switches. Oh my God. Bloopers are extremely irritating to manipulate. Yeah, it's impossible to differentiate this from Timmy stuff that you find in Endless because it is essentially the same thing. It is. I took one idea, I did not develop that idea or flesh it out. I just took that idea and I ran with it. I smeared as much stuff on top of it as I could. The only thing that would like imify it further is if you also had a bunch of Bowser shooting at you or something. But it is still just basically like one thing maxed out as annoyingly as possible. Oh God, and then there's a time limit on it too. Yeah. Yeah. And again, you could develop that idea further into something that was fun. Into something where the player like, let me see here. Oh, well, if you wanted to stick with the timing aspect too, of like an actual shooting gallery with bloopers, maybe you are on rails or there's an auto scroll thing forcing you to shoot bloopers that are somehow trapped on rails or something. as you move through, and you have to hit a certain number to actually finish the stage. Well, you get pushed through it at a pace that's a little fast for what you're trying to do. Yeah, like a video game. These are the kind of things that feels like people like trying to do like, oh yeah, I'm doing like Timmy style hot garbage, but like it's cool, but the idea isn't fleshed out, so I can't really differentiate it. Like it feels like something I would run into in Endless and be disappointed in and be like, well, that sucks. You could almost get an idea out of that. Okay, let's grab another 10 MMC one. Fridays haven't been slow for a while. I'll be sad if Fridays are slow, but I guess we could do some Super Mario World if it's going to be real slow. I think next is this Markmo level. Let's Y2P. BK2. This is your first level? Uh-oh. Scraping the bottom of the barrel? 5 HG. Well, we'll do one MMC one first, and we'll pop on over to that one. That is a lot of medals. Oh, they have 2 of them in here. Okay, then the first one is this one. Thanks for dropping that in there. We'll do that after this. I unuploaded my first level because I'm not a demon. Because it was bad. I played a good deal of Mario Maker 1. Nowhere near as much as Mario Maker 2. But even my first Mario Maker 1 level was, or Mario Maker 2 level was rough. Yeah, I did, but I couldn't find anybody to play with. Oh! Is that what we're doing? That wasn't what we're doing. Stupid games. Yeah, I did, but I couldn't find anybody to play with. I really like browsing the level browser. In Mario Maker 1, there was a website where you could browse all the levels in the game that people uploaded, and you could bookmark them, and then you could go home to your console and then play them, and it was fucking awesome. I would browse them on the shitter at work, and like while I was waiting for stuff to run at work. Well, that is not what we're doing. I could have swore that was what we were going to be doing. That's too bad. That was cool. So what the hell am I doing with you then, bud? Is that not what we're doing? Oh, no, you can spin jump on him. Do I have to hit him first to be able to? I don't know what I did wrong the first time, but okay, I get it. I kind of get it now. But yeah. I don't think Mario Maker 1 was better or all that stuff. I think that is a really weird... Yeah, we broke something here. Esports. I think that's a pretty weird thing from a lot of people. That a lot of people get in their heads. We have to let him fall. We can't bring him up with us. Okay, so then we're going to flip switches, and that's going to open paths forward, it looks like. Okay. But Mario Maker 1 had some really cool features, like the bookmark thing. And I really wish I had figured out, like, no, just stream it, stupid. With Mario Maker 1, because I would have had a lot more fun with the game had I found a way to, you know, interact with people that way. Man, was that bookmark site cool. But yeah, levels I had in Mario Maker 1 weren't great. The first level I did in Mario Maker 2 was like the shittiest possible troll level to just play around with 3D world mechanics. But man, was it shitty. But I did not keep it up for very long. I don't understand what I'm doing here. I know I need to cross that gap, but how am I letting that dickhead down? Do I just have to touch him? Does he just fall down if I poke him? Yes, he does. Okay. Okay, but we can't get him up high enough there to redo it. I guess we reset. Fix the claw level, added a door after the spike section. Probably be an improvement. There we go. Oh, and then a helmet check. Oh, and then a checkpoint. Great. That's a pretty weird thing for Boom Boom to be doing. Wow, really? I mean, that's a good example of a funny troll that in a non-troll level. Oops. Can I reset? Oh, I guess the... Guess this will be my reset. You know what? It bothers me that those two are lined up so perfectly. I'm gonna just reverse this other one quick. Is that the other one? Yeah. Oh, I put that in another one. Hang on. Oh, you can't do transforms when it's locked? Wow, weird. Okay. Flip horizontal. Boom. Now it's facing the other way. Okay. Not a big deal. Bothered me a little bit. I don't think I really need both of them. I'd pull one of them out of there. The one is just under chat and under cats all the time. But I thought it was funnier to have the other one in case it was covered with cats. Oh, just unnecessary. Yeah, just turn it off. Boom. It's gone. We let him out. Chaos, how you doing tonight? Thanks for dropping something in there. Ow. Can we do that? We can do that. Okay. Good to know. Doing all right. It's Friday. You know what that means. Nothing. Nothing when you're unemployed. I do have a little gig this weekend. Fix. Very unusual PC issue that I'm fixing for a buddy. Oops. I don't really want to do technical support for people because I don't really like people. I like tech. I like computers. I like enterprise equipment a lot more, and I like administrative work. I like systems more than I like computer systems. But I don't mind fixing stuff, especially interesting or challenging stuff. Wonder if there's any way for me to like get a contract business out of that. For like, hey, Craigslist fucking computer repair people. Got a problem you can't fix and you need to fix it? I'll fix it. White glove. You don't tell the customer. You get to pretend to be smart, but you give me fucking a lot of money if you can't figure it out. That would be fun. Change the elevator from yesterday. You want to see what I think? Cool. We'll take a peek. Get elevated. Oh, there was another checkpoint after that one. Only took us about 50 seconds to get here, too. That's nice. I like that. That was a pretty long stretch there on that one. Now we have a down elevator. But hopefully that doesn't mean the last segment is 2 very long segments. Okay, I did that to myself. Oh yeah. Throat's getting a little scratchy. Still feel better than yesterday. Don't feel like I'm going to start coughing up a storm, but getting there. Okay, just jump and spin off of there. Not need that. Oh no! Okay. We're gonna write it down to see what we see. Oh, I died. Okay, well, I guess now I'm gonna write it down even more. Maniator, how you doing tonight? Thanks for dropping something in there. Get there pretty soon here. Assume that's probably more of the troll level? More of that? Oh, I've totally lost what the hell I'm supposed to be doing here. Esports. Okay. Feel pretty unemployed. Yep. There we go. I'm dumb. That's what we're doing here. Off the thread for a sec. I kind of feel like it should just be a spin landing on most of these. I feel like sticking to the consistency on that would be cool. Just sticking to the spin would be pretty cool. And maybe vines from there. Aw. Probably trouble, huh? Still keep checking it out. Oh, there it was. Worst of... Putting all the things. QRSTUV. Yeah, I'm pretty unemployed. Yep. Oh, I forgot to hit him. Yeah, I lost my job, downsized. The economic forces and meat prices. I worked at a meat distributor as a security admin. But economic forces and overspend by leadership, by the owners of the business, forced them to need to get rid of somebody, and they went with somebody high salary. We're only 2 of us in IT. And a lot of the stuff I set up runs itself, so other guy does it now. Oops. Well, I still want to ride it out, see what we see here. Get a feel for the rest of it. And the job market's been pretty rough. I have a lot of experience, but no college degree. About 15 years sysadmin experience. A little more than that in tech. And at easily 10 years of experience, but 5 years of hard sec of idled security work. But no college degree, you're getting ruled out right away. Yeah, you'd think so. You'd think that. I've applied for a little over 3,000 positions, probably a lot more now. I stopped counting. LinkedIn stopped counting as effectively because now it's starting to roll them off. And I'm using LinkedIn a lot less, and I'm not counting at other websites because they're terrible. I was initially just using LinkedIn. Oh, yeah, and I keep spin jumping there. But you do. I don't have the dev end of DevOps. I've thought about maybe going to school for that because the security background and administrative experience and systems experience would probably look pretty good for if I had a little bit of dev or just a small degree in dev. And my girlfriend's a programmer, and I have a little bit of experience. My keyboards are programmed in C. I've done a little bit of stuff in Game Maker Studio, which is not really programming. Python scripting. I have some adjacent stuff, but not enough to get a job doing DevOps. Yeah, even for shitty sysadmin stuff like identity and access management, people are not calling you back. Especially if you haven't been looking in a while. Everybody's been using HR software for so long anyway, but everybody's stupid HR platform is now doing like a ton of AI stuff to scan resumes. And the tech market is so flooded with people looking for work and overseas people trying to get remote positions and all that stuff with the fucking Koreans, with the North Koreans. That it's getting really tight. So one of the first things they're doing to rule stuff out is like, well, let's get the most qualified people, and it'll be, oh, well, people with degrees first. Ooh, keep fucking it up right around there. People with degrees, people with experience, with a ton of experience and degrees, and when there are that many people, like, I had the LinkedIn premium trial for a while, so they gave me a bunch of metric information. I would apply for a position I was well qualified for. Like, let's say, identity access management, but light security duties, framed as security, so at a bigger place, medium, bigger place, but something I have a shitload of experience in. And I would see something like 70% of applicants have a master's degree or better. They're not going to call me. They're going to call one of the 1,500 people with a fucking master's degree who also applied for the position. And that was all of them. Whoa. Yeah, I have experience in yelling at Mario Maker. I don't put any of the stream stuff on my resume, because that, last time I was, when I was managing a fucking service desk, anything like that on a resume is instant in the trash. Your goddamn experience streaming is not something I care about. That's not a job. That's a hobby. I don't want to see hobbies on a resume. It has been tough. Most places don't even bother giving you a call back anymore or telling you they went with other candidates. You still get some of them, but a lot of them just don't do it, likely because they get so many applicants that they don't want to flood out email systems and get in trouble or whatever. There was a check. They don't want to send out 17, 18, 2200. Oh, good, we're done. We're done. I'm gonna leave. That was fun, though. That was fun. That didn't overstretch the, that's a wiener. That didn't overstretch the gimmick that they had, by any means. The checkpoint pacing was really, really good, and just the overall flow of that was really, really fun. Oh, gets up and starts dancing. He likes to dance. Yeah, getting ghosted. Yeah, getting ghosted by girls is rough. That's rough. It's a really mean thing to do. I kind of get it sometimes, but it's really, really, really rough. Especially if you're online only. Like, it's really easy to just be like, hey, this is why, goodbye. Or just, you know, I'm over it. Or, oh, I met somebody, or anything. Anything's better than nothing. But man, when it's like thousands of times, it feels bad. I've thought about, there's a couple of things I have on my list here that I'm going to work on this weekend. No, I know. Yeah, I know. I want to put some AI prep magic into the resume. I want to hide in the margins fake information about a college degree and just be like, what? No, I don't have one. No, I paid a resume company to look at it. They must have done that. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me an interview. Yeah, I have a website. I have my own Exchange instance, which I use for my own 365 instance, which I also use to point at for some of the experience I have. I have a ton of experience as a 365 and especially Exchange admin. So being able to point at that and say, hey, I have my own here. This email address that I own is me. And I manage this myself, and you can see everything's correct. Everything checks out. Go do an MX lookup. It's great. And then the website itself, if you actually go to the website, it points to basically just a little digital business card that has a little bit of information about me, a little tiny bit of like hobbies and fun stuff, and telling people, don't put me in a cubicle. Put me in an office or don't call me. If anybody really goes that far and they're not gonna, I'm fine with them finding that. But at this point, maybe cubicle isn't a deal breaker. I really just want a remote position. But I mean, I've been applying for all the local positions that I could find as well. But it's literally like within 50 miles of me in central Wisconsin, like near two large metro areas, near like the Green Bay metro area and near the Appleton metro area, Fox Cities metro, like big population areas. Maybe 3 or 4 positions per month. Maybe. And they get flooded with applicants too. And they're probably half fake. No, I'm not a football guy. Good God. No, football ruins everything. XF. All it does is it makes travel harder. And the people up here are annoying, and they drink, and they're obnoxious. And it's just, you know, it's men in tights. but everybody's super homophobic and weird about it. They don't want to talk about how ass slapping is, you know, weird if you do it, but it's cool if big football guys do it. Yeah, a lot of places just don't respond. It's tough. Well, in tech especially, right now, a lot of places are looking at what automation they can do with AI, or what. Oh, hot dog, what are you doing down there? Why are you down there instead of your bed? So weird. I've never seen him down there before. Oh, bye. A lot of places are looking at where they can force their experienced employees to basically do more jobs with AI. Yeah, you can pay some companies to help. You can ask AI to look at it for you, which honestly might be your best bet. Have Claude look at it. Have ChatGPT look at it. At getting at least a kind of a handle. I want to hide, yeah, that's what I started saying. I want to hide some fake stuff in the margins that'll make it look good. No, I'm not talking about... OnlyFans does not make me any money. If you guys want to see pictures of my feet... http://coldfoot.tv. But it doesn't make me any money. Nobody wants to see pictures of my feet. I want to put stuff in the margins in invisible ink, in just white or in background color text. So it should be invisible even if you are using it inverted. Should be invisible in almost all cases. And then converted to PDF, it should be invisible as well. But I will want to make my own PDF. Doesn't matter. And then I want to just start calling places that I'm more interested in and seeing if I can social engineer a fucking interview. Like, yeah, you guys wanted to schedule an interview with me, so I was calling to do that. Oh, who'd you talk to? Oh, you know, just take a look. You guys should have it in your system. Oh no, I don't have it here. Oh, I don't know. You guys left me a message. You guys emailed me. Oh, can you send me the email? Yeah, like, hang on, let me find it. Oh, now I can't find it. Oh, I can't find it. Well, can we just get it set up and I'll let you know when I find it? That could work. And if somebody gets mad, like, honestly, what are you gonna do? Oh no, the guy we're trying to hire for a security position used his security skills to get a position. Thank you. Give me more. That first jump was very janky. But besides having a blind, super long reach jump, this is not the worst first level I've ever seen. File to your resume? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much gonna do exactly that. Oops. Insult crit. Well, I mean, we covered that first jump. Not using fucking scroll stop is a travesty. Even if it's your first level, go back and fix it. So that these are less annoying. That's a pretty annoying way to pull the power up off of the player too for this fight. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see. That power up? Uh-oh. Hot tub just turned on. I forgot to turn the temp down in the hot tub, and I know the mic starts picking it up and sounding horrible, so hang on one sec. There we go. Okay, I fixed that. I'm gonna try and extract hot dog. Put him in his bed. Little hot dog. Bruh. Oh. Oops, I brud. My microphone slid onto my buttons. Oh. Okay, we moved him. You okay? I want to watch you sleep, buddy. Why were you sleeping under there? You not liking the light so much? Being weird. Green. No, we still don't have green. And purple is gone. It fell back there and I don't want to get it. So we have blue, red, and yellow. Those are your choices. We did that. We did that. Did I compliment it? Not the worst first level I've ever seen. Oh, I guess that's not that big a jump. Coin trail would still help. Yeah. Yeah, rough framing for kind of a boss rush. Scroll stop would really, really help a lot too. Green. No, we still don't have green. We still don't have green. I'm just gonna steal your points. I'm gonna eat them. Why are you sneezing, hot dog? Why are you leaving? Aw. He doesn't want to be in his bed today. Cute little guy. Do. We don't have grain. Yellow is grain. Yellow's grain colored. I know colleges will make a resume from scratch for you because you're a student. Oh, yeah. The college resumes might be really traditional. Really traditional. They're probably doing as much AI prep as they can. But I would definitely take a really close look at what other people are doing, especially in your field. In tech especially, they are expecting you to absolutely have a giant block of fucking, giant block of shit for the AI. Like, just a giant peg cloud of shit. Maybe I can find an example here real quick. AI prepped, tech resume. That one has a little summary. But no, we want, I don't know how people are fitting all of it on one page, but maybe I should work on that too. Where's the block? The chunk. Yeah, a lot of them want you to have, these are all a little old looking too. But the going thing was to have a huge block of, there we go. This one shows the skills. Yeah, here we go. Browser. You'll just have this fucking, why is it showing the wrong browser window? That's a new one. Do. This fucking giant block of fucking shit, usually a bigger block than this, but a block of shit that's just words to show up that you can't fit in over here anywhere else, that you can't fit in naturally into your experiences. That's just this chunk that takes stuff up along with your weird description here, and it just fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. I have seen some people talking a little bit about single-page resumes, which just seems absolutely absurd, especially since people usually still want you to have references. But maybe I should be providing references separately. Oh, that's okay. You don't have to talk to the bot. But, you know, yeah, give me money. I'm poor. Wait a sec. Can I just get up there? No. Maybe? No. Maybe? Yeah, I wonder if I can skip a bunch of it. You want the bluest green? I have blue. That's the bluest green I have. Or is yellow a blue or green, technically? Boom, there you go. Can't skip? Someone tried? Aw. Oh yeah, that's way too wide for me to get, I'm pretty sure. He's blue. He's blue, it's just we have a blue screen, so it doesn't work so good. No, I guess I have to lose it anyway. He's blue. Blue just doesn't work as good with the green screen, with the blue screen. Aww. I don't know, you can kind of see him in the infrared. Ow. I mean, if I knew where green was, then that one would mostly look right. I'll find him this weekend. I gotta do a bunch of cleaning. A lot of the cleaning fell behind while I was very, very sick for a a friggin' month. Yeah, go over there. That's where you live now, Bowser Jr. It's over a little gap. Little gap. Yeah, what about the resume I showed, Columbus? Oh, seems like paragraph because spacing? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I was just trying to grab the first thing I could find on Google that had that chunk. The chunk near the top of words for the AI. I have an anonymized resume, but I don't want to pull it up without like going through it a whole bunch. I don't think anybody cares to look. I need this to jump up there. Bowser Jr. over there, ruining everybody's good time. Yeah, and this wouldn't have been at release time either because we have the Koopa Kids, which was added in an update. So this is your first level well after the game had been out for a while. Just like this. Oh. Annoying little arena. Annoying arena. Well, and weirdly, you give the player power-ups in the beginning here, relatively freely. But then for this, third boss fight? Oh, fuck off. We don't get one? You can show me what to do? Yeah, I mean, I'll send you a fucking email. Paste that into this thing. Do. You're a software engineer in New York? New York. Take a look at it. Tell me what you think. Oh, he opened the door for me. He opened the little block for me. Don't know what I was thinking there. And then that's it, huh? Yeah, that's it. And we're dead if we don't have the big jump there for some reason. Oh, rough. Work in Jersey. That's a bit of a drive. That's a bit of a goddamn drive from New York, isn't it? I guess unless you're very southern part of New York. Oh, does the door reset the power up? Yeah. Door reset will reset vine blocks. That's about it. Oh, right above it? Okay. They don't, but you can bounce. Oh, yeah, I could have bounced off them. Yep, yeah, because they all respawn. And it's not like I need it for more than literally this anyway. Oh. Yeah, it's been rough. I know networking is what a lot of people point to. Yeah, hodgepodge of power-ups until we get to the I forgot room. The level. A lot of people push on networking, but my network's tapped out. A lot of my buddies moved out of tech or out of direct tech and into, God, I hope I didn't need that. Into sales or adjacent positions. One of them just gave up after he lost his job. Really? I hope none of that's important. Oh. I've been going to local sec meetups and, what the fuck? Okay. And local admin meetups, about once a month, but none of those have really panned out to anything. What is this room? Okay. Decisions? Oh. Decisions were made in this level. I mean, it started out as like, okay, this isn't that bad for somebody's first level, and then it continued, and then it found a way to timify. Ugh. Oh god, yeah, that's Bowser and a star right there. Air conditioning and everything. Nope. And then killing a bunch of enemies with a star. Yeah, that, sports. Poconos, yeah. Yeah, recommendations are kind of the thing, are the way in. You need just that little sprinkle of nepotism. I've seen worse levels. I've seen worse levels too. But I would go back and revise that and see what great ideas you can pull out of there. Who's your first baby? Oh, yeah. That baby got SIDS. Stuck to a concept with the Super Ball? Where? When? No, we just had one Super Ball. Right spot. Yeah, weird. One fight in the middle with no power-ups and then just weird power-up stuff? Yeah. Yeah, there really wasn't a theme there other than kind of boss fight. Yeah, I copied it down. I will, I'll shoot you an email a little bit after the stream here. Make sure I actually set it in there. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's on my list. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been rough. Oh, one of the things that might be hurting too is maybe some people are just looking at experience, right? But uh 5 jobs back, my boss, who's a buddy of mine now, he's the person I use as the reference rather than the owner because I found child porn on the owner's computer and I cooperated with the police investigation and helped them seize it and then hid in my house for 3 months because I thought I was going to get murdered. So I don't list that guy as a reference and I just list on the resume like case number this with the police department. If you need more information on why you should not contact this employer, maybe I should just drop that. And then I had another job after that with a guy who killed himself, and that same guy who was my boss at that one job with the pedophile. He was also the GM at this next job, so he's my reference there because the owner killed himself. And then I had a couple of other jobs unconnected to that through contracts. And then he hired me again. So the same guy hired me 3 times at 3 different places. That he's the primary contact on. Defense Rest, thanks for another one. So I have the same guy 3 times. And 2 of the relatively long experience jobs would be difficult to contact. One of them's gone, and the guy killed himself. One of them, you know, was a whole mess. King Chaos, what do you want me to take a look at here? Can you play my most recent? Yes, but we did? Oh, yeah, okay, re-upload. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the context is jobs. Jobs are weird. Jobs are hard. Oh, yeah, this one with the spikes and the pokers. You could probably get a pretty good reference out of just about anybody else at all the other positions. There's just that thing with I have the same boss at 3 places, the same primary contact. Might end up looking bad. I've been thinking about that recently. But I could change, for some of them I could change it to a different person. For at least one of them I could change it to a different person. Oh, wait, can you really get that 30 coin? I feel like he's definitely dead. You definitely can't bounce on him when he's in the... Oh, there it is. Okay. No, it's the blue platform. What's so bad about Cyberpunk? Did I say something was bad about Cyberpunk? Oh, yeah, elevator. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. We have a horizontal dodgy thing here now. And then the platform gets smaller. Okay. And then stuff comes out. I do find a pretty good reason to just stick to the middle. Oh, and then we switch it up again. Yeah, that's definitely better than what it was. I'm not just standing in the middle and dodging. We have a little bit more active engagement as we ride the elevator down and it gets smaller. What are these blocks? Oh, those were just there for the earlier restraint setup. A real email versus like what unprofessional email. Okay, there we go. Oh, does the platform get bigger? Oh, okay. Yes, it did. Like that. Yeah, Pedophile 1 was a real mess. The owner at the place asked me to take a look at why he couldn't remotely connect to his computer. And about 10 years back now, I think he was still on Windows 7 on that computer. Yeah, I think so. It was his desktop in his office. So the first thing I check while I'm just seeing, like, the network's online, everything's fine. Okay, well, let me look at recent and see what he opened recently. Infinite porn, and immediately, like, child stuff. And it's like, are you, like, how are you that fucking dumb, for one, that you own a fucking IT shop, and you're not like, oh, man, I should clear recents, or, oh, man, I should have better protocols for how I friggin' jack off in my office. And I just texted him that I couldn't fix it. I went in the bathroom and threw up and cried, and then went home and called the cops and talked to them. Cops had me, because I was a key holder. I was in line to be the next GM. Cops had me open the doors, let him in, seize the stuff. They fucked up how they did the warrants. None of that was admissible. We watched him on the cameras because I told all my coworkers after because I felt like I had to. We watched him on the camera come into the building and like rip his fucking hard drive out of one of his laptop computers, like crazy rip it out of his Mac. Mac laptop, expensive ass computer. He was very grubby, and he would not have wanted to destroy something like that. And he had told us all not to touch that computer. So something crazy was on there, and we told the cops that, but they never found it. He destroyed it. He had a hard drive crushing machine there and everything. The whole thing was super fucking skeevy. They did another raid. They did a big raid, but they didn't find anything in the raid because he cleaned up after that first one. He found out about it real quick, and he went in there a couple hours after the police were done. Cleaned house. And he forced me to quit, obviously. They didn't arrest him, so I couldn't keep trying to work there and see what the hell happens after he goes to prison. Yeah, it was a mess. Yeah, the only new thing we saw was the elevator, and that definitely seemed like a pretty good improvement. The boss arena was a little smoother too, but yeah, overall good time. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Wiped it up, yeah. Yeah, it was a fucking mess. It was really, really rough, because he was, I obviously kept hearing from one or two of the people who couldn't leave the job immediately. They just couldn't afford to leave their job. So I kept hearing a little bit about his behavior there and the things he would say about me, and his actions, and he was really careful not to say anything that I could take legal action on, but he very strongly made me feel like I was going to die. So while I papered over all my windows and everything, and I hid for a couple of months, like I really thought he was going to like at some point try to kill me before he like bails, like leaves the country. But he ended up fine. But he's still crazy, still real crazy. Whole thing's fucking crazy, yeah. Mere troll. And you got a 6-7 in there. It's less lazy than the last 6-7 level we looked at. Well, you found some theming then, I guess. Yeah, it was early, but I think it was done last time, right? Oh yeah, magic pipe. Yeah, I remember now. I remember a little bit. We looked at this pretty recently, so I might mostly sail through it. So we'll see here. Yeah, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I don't know if I'd do it again, honestly. The damage that did to my life, the difficulty that added to my life. I think in the future, if I was put in that same position, and the fact that I really lost a lot. I think I would blackmail the pedophile. I think that's what I would do. I would blackmail the pedophile and extract as much, like, absurd amount of money as possible. And then I would get them in trouble. Like, I would figure out some way to blackmail them that gives me more evidence, that gives me enough to, like, definitely get them in prison, and then... Oh, he absolutely did. Oh, yeah, he absolutely did. He said I planted it, but, like, I didn't plug anything into the computer, so there wasn't even logs, like, of a USB device or anything. Said you found Cyberpunk on his computer. Delayed response. Cheese pizza? Captain Picard? But no, child pornography. Child sexual assault material. There's more there, too. He had a really unusual relationship with a man we found out later was a child rapist, and like there were so many pieces that we all started putting together that was just it's so unbelievably fucking skeevy. But yeah, no, he immediately tried to point the finger at me, which they obviously rejected because there's logs. The first thing wasn't admissible, so they probably didn't have to deal with it one way or the other. But two, there's even back then there's super clear logging of device plugin and that kind of thing. Really clear audit trail on files. Some of it's stuff you can edit, but it would have been difficult. Oh yeah. This is go left. There we go. King Calf, thanks for dropping another one in there. Oh my god, and then back in pipe again. Yeah, there were no cameras in his office, but there were a lot of cameras there. Ugh. I'm glad there wasn't a camera in his office. We know what he was doing in there.
Not.
That is what he was doing in there. But yeah, blackmail. Definitely go the blackmail route. And use that to leverage better information or better evidence of a crime, so that if I do cooperate with the police in something like that, that I'm absolutely certain... Oops, I did it again. Played hard. I'm absolutely certain that it would result in a conviction. Even if I had to give up the blackmail stuff as a part of it, I feel like you definitely want more leverage. You can make sure. That was fucked. And there are a few things on Earth that are more fucked than, like, discovering someone is a pedophile and then doing the things that you're supposed to do to protect children from perverts, and then you lose your job and your life is horrible and they're fine. Ugh. Oh yeah, he's on like the board for like a... Oh wait, I don't think I wanted this, did I? Can I take any damage? Let's just do lava. On a court-appointed special advocates for children, like, thing. Maybe that was where he, like, found prey. God only knows. There's such a fucking mess there. There is so much there. I could go on for so long. I'm trying not to. Because it's either traumatizing or gross and uninteresting, I assume. Like, it's either something you don't want to hear about, or it's not that interesting. Not this time with your backing door. Oh, did the ante change at all? Maybe we should go look at the ante. That's actually a really funny Geisel block. Ante's the same? Okay. I can still get squished in the same place. Can still get squished in the same place. There we go. Nice. I'm fine with that. Oh, this one? Hang on. I assume this was on purpose. Because that drops down, I was going to jump up into this area to dodge the ball. But then that was there and it bonked me into the ball. I thought that was on purpose. I hit that and got bonked into the ball. I was just going to jump up and not land on the ball. And I paid the price. Is that there for something else? Hope the ending of the level has changed. Nothing was wrong with the last version. Let's see. Well, yeah, this room wasn't working last time. Have the key. There's a noise here, so that's probably a hint for next time. And then the little hint is that I'm supposed to go to where the noise was with all the arrows. Oops. Esports. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough after all that, too. Oops, I don't want this. I don't want this, but I bet I can wait it out. It was tough after that because I got real weird about it in interviews, and I normally interview real well. I mean, I like talking. I do public speaking well, obviously. All this stuff, but I'm fine in person, too. I'm arguably better in person when I have the feedback of another person's face to respond to. Or people, or group, or whatever. I've done large events, that kind of thing. I'm good at talking to people. But I would get real weird about it, real antsy and sweaty, because it was, you know, it was terrifying. The whole thing was horrible. It's impossible to explain. And even if you provide, like, here's the case number for it, and they'll tell you about the evidentiary collection and my cooperation and everything, it's still a weird thing to tell somebody about, and they either want more information, which was hard to talk about, or, they think it's made up, or they think it's crazy, or in the weirdest possible cases, they think it's Snoopy. Like, no, I was asked to do a favor, and I saw it. It was right there. Fuck off. Was a bomb in the wrong place? Caused the switch to go off. I gotcha. So now I get the 50, and then I'm fine. And if I go over here and hit that, I can't book it out of there with the key? Apparently not. Okay. Oh, got it. Oh, hopefully this is the last-ish version. Yeah, P-switch goes away if you do the right thing. Okay. Now I can go back in the pipe. I don't remember if that was the answer or not, though. Room changed a little. Seems like there's more here now. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Won't just hurt me. Okay, well. This is a new ante. Certainly an ante. Could be worth. Oops. Struggling. There we go. Alright. So no, we didn't try the door. Let's go try the door. I think we're supposed to go back in the pipe. No. Oh. Well, that... I don't know if that's more reactable. Oh, I can't go back in the pipe. Okay. Got rid of the muncher. We still fall pretty fast. I guess it gives you a little bit more time to not die. It's only a little bit. Only a little bit more time. It's hard for me to say, because now I know it's there, I'm much more likely to just do the right thing. It's a little more. But I still feel like the funniest possible joke is, something that draws the players... Oh. That draws the player's eye to the right, and they don't even notice that they're missing it on the left. Go in here. You now actually have about a second extra. I have a second extra. Did I miss something in there? Oh, is it also further down? Maybe that's what's helping. Yeah, it's hard for me to say. It's hard for me to say exactly when we did it a bunch yesterday? I think, yeah, yesterday. Yesterday or the day before.
Hello.
Okay. I was gonna say, I better not actually be soft locked up there. It's not on anything. But it does feel like the thing is all the way open. But that is pretty much the moral of the story. What it boils down to is that you just have so much more time with the pipe, and a lot of people are conditioned not to react until the thing opens all the way up. So that's what's important, is making sure that the player has time to see. A pipe also freezes things when you come out, which gives you time to see things before they start moving. But especially when it's not responding to really a moving object, it's just getting in position. That's probably...
Hello.
Oop. Sun's coming. Okay. Oh yeah, and now magic pipe. I remember exactly the solution. If it was to just go in the door and come back. Hello is new. I removed the fish in the swamp. Now there's a hello sun. Oh yeah, we just go in the door and we get it. Okay, so then the troll there is that the mega mushroom blocks your way and prevents you from getting the end of it. That's cute. Yeah, that works fine. Yeah, that works fine. I guess we didn't take a look at the fail state, but as long as you can't get out of the fail state and then go through the door, yeah, even then. Yeah. Lining up the hello sun was so annoying, so it says hello right as it comes out. The hello is always a funny sound effect. No 6-7 jokes, right as it kills you. I think if you start it right after it kills you, it still plays before the death noise plays. That can be annoying if it happens a lot though. 3WB. A3H, because I think all sound effects have to finish before it will let the death esports roll. A3H, death esports. Blood sports, 5TF. Blood spurts. Ascending Mount Spike. All right, is this the second level you ever made? Oh. Oh, you had to line the sun up to hit the door. I gotcha. Well, at least it snowballs. Oh. Oh. Boy, you, What have you been watching? What have you been watching that makes you think that this... Oh, this is actually isn't that... Okay. Okay, I thought it was going to be a lot jankier, and then I wanted to get a snowball, but I couldn't. Man, I wonder if you actually had the player start at the top before they had to climb it somehow? Maybe through, like, locking them in like a thing that throws it all on at the same time? But I feel like it would be really funny if you could get, like, a wave of these going. Like, an actual big coordinated wave of these would be really funny to have to platform on. Oh, throwing them the other way. The same, kind of the way people do those Bullet Bill levels, but with the addition of these being interactable. Might be able to do something fun with that. This is the best track in the whole game. The Mario 3 Snow theme is the fucking highest quality. Start the level at the top and then have to jump down. Yeah, maybe. I think it's definitely horizontal scroll because they'll spawn up higher. But yeah, you could make the player have to go right for some reason and then come back. As long as they didn't scroll them off, they'd probably stay. Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to get a snowball. Or you just put them on put them on a string. Oh god. We made it. We made it. We fucked it up. Ow. Well, we made it like the first time. Like Kaizo blocks without the Kaizo. No, there's still little Kaizo in there. Oops. Oops. Using Link and regular spikes, yeah. I mean, you get a lot of jank out of snowballs because they also bounce you. Yeah, this is the way. We want to ride the wave a little further back. And then we get it. And then there's more. Oh my god. Oops. This is a series. Oh, good. You have 10 of these? Does this one iterate, or do you just make a ladder in each one? Oh, I hope this does more than this. It's only 30 seconds long, so maybe it's just this. Maybe it's just 2, but maybe it's 3. Yeah, I don't see the end over there. Mean, there are variations. Oh. Are there 10.5 Power Rangers? Yeah, I had final-ish version of your level. Any other tweaks? Well, it's always hard when it's really fresh. I think we covered pretty much everything except for last time. We saw one of the rooms that wasn't working, and there wasn't anything super special about it. It was just a pretty simple room, but it worked. It did its job. Yeah, anti-works. Everything works. Yeah, everything works. And I don't. There wasn't really a significant change from what we experienced yesterday. I think we saw all the new stuff pretty well, and it seems like the ending works, but we just kind of did it right on the first try as well. So I don't know what would have happened if we did it wrong. Oh, I wonder if I can just do that. Yeah, it worked. Worked pretty good. Nope. Oh, I cannot. A dog on my face. There are 3 wrong things you could do in the end. We did none of them. Yeah, I had always figured if I had trouble getting a job, I wasn't going to just suffer or be unemployed. I'll go back to school. Or, oh, engineering. That'll be good. Entry-level engineering jobs, especially in industrial design, which is what I wanted to look at, which is what I want to do if I'm going to do it. Disappearing, because you can have AI do it. Because you can have AI do a lot of it, and you can have mid-level people and experienced people do more with AI. So that's fun. That'll be super fun. That's a really good thing to do to the job market too, is to get rid of entry-level positions. That's what we want. We really want to squeeze new employees. That's gonna be real great. Good luck, Gen Z. Sports. Compliment current level. It's less horrible than some of the things you submitted. Unlike some of the other, like, undercooked ideas, there is a lot of player agency and a lot of potential interaction, a lot of opportunities for kind of an emergent experience for the player here, which might be completely by accident, or you stumbled onto it and thought it was fun and then just went with it. Maybe that's what always happens, and sometimes it's just not that fun. like objectively, this is relatively fun. It's a little janky. And I wish there was a little more to it. But it's also 30 seconds, so you can get away with it. That counts. That's a compliment. Yeah, I wanted to do industrial engineering. I have a huge library of things that I've designed myself for 3D printing for little projects. Most of what I've used my 3D printer for has been things I design myself. I don't like printing little knickknacks. I like printing things to fix things. I like designing things. Like my hot tub, I have I replaced the cover for the filter holder with this custom-built, custom-designed cup holder and phone and a couple other things holder, and then I have one to swap out if I'm drinking with other people for their drinks to also fit in there. So it can hold a couple of rocks glasses. It's nice. It's just a nice thing kind of in the middle that is really nice. And like, yeah, lot of little things like that. A lot of cases for electronic projects, that kind of thing. I used to do commission work like that, designing project boxes for people. For custom PCBs, that kind of thing. Fun stuff. Like doing it, but those jobs are disappearing. And then I also figured programming, and then I could look at, you know, game dev on the side and find a programming job. There'll always be tons of those. Nope. Entry-level stuff, QA stuff, that's going to, a ton of that's going to AI. So once again, they're looking at a lot less actual work for people. A lot less entry-level positions. My partner's a programmer, and there's probably some connections she can pump for me, which could be helpful if I go to school for that, get a little bit of a degree, and start pushing in. And then DevOps from there might still be the only thing that makes that look like a really good path, is framing it as, I just picked up the dev, but man, do I have ops. And that is something that we'll still have people doing for a while, especially for security-minded stuff. There are a lot of places that are just falling apart there. And that is going to be a really tough place to try and take over with AI. But entry-level stuff and small company stuff is still going to be a lot of AI and a lot of outsourcing to AI. Yeah, so it's been tough. It's been tough, and prospects look bad. A really tough time to not have a job. Thanks a lot for the follow there.
Tanya Mino has started following. Thank you.
Couple of more tries here, but I'm pretty sure we got the gist. I don't think there's anything else at the end. You doing tonight, Tanya? I am climbing. Some snowballs. Thanks for dropping that in there. One minor thing at the end. I don't like minors. Supposed to be in the stream. That's a fucking joke. Okay. Oops, and I'm gonna die. Yeah. Yep, snowball killed me. I'm pretty happy that Guts mostly died off. I'm happy that's gone. You can't get a job because you have no degree? Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's kind of never been worse, as far as institutional knowledge goes, but it's also, I mean, everybody knows how HR ends to be. They're going to take the path of least resistance, and that path is going to be, let's cut it down to all the people who have a degree, let's cut it down to all the people who have 10 years of experience. They're going to keep cutting it down till there's 10 resumes, then they'll set up 10 interviews, and then they'll redo it over and over again to justify their role. And then that is the existence of that job for the next 18 months while they refuse to fill it so that they look like they have work to do. And there are a ton of places doing that too. There was a article published, I can't remember where it was published, but you could probably find it pretty easily if you looked, that about half of job listings are fake for a variety of reasons, but often to make people feel like help is coming or to make people feel like their job, they could hire somebody else to fill the position. Yeah, school, the degree means nothing, and as AI gets better, and or worse, depending on how you look at it, but makes it easier and easier to cheat, and to cheat in ways that are hard to discover. Like, one of the really big principles in security is that it's a whole hell of a lot harder to make a lock that nobody can pick than it is to learn to pick locks, than to make a key that can open a lot of locks. We're going to see the same thing with anti-AI tools. It's going to be a whole hell of a lot easier to figure out how to cheat and get past AI detection tools than it's going to be to, oh, that is the end. Oh, no. Oh, with the timer, I wish that this was not like this. But I am glad there was a little iteration there. But I do feel like that puts a lot of pressure on the player. A ton of pressure on the player that is unfun, especially considering it would have been better. It would have been really cool if the time wasn't so much pressure. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you could improve that by loosening the timer, but otherwise that's pretty good. Pretty solid. What are they? 3 more, 8:18. Let me close the queue there. And then we will continue. Does booing a level do anything internally? Yeah, if you get enough boos, and that's my overall criteria for a boo, like my most primary criteria is I wouldn't want to play this in Endless. I wouldn't want other people to play this in Endless. Is like this is a shitty experience for somebody who's trying to play Mario Maker. But also levels that are overall just really shitty. If you have too many boos without likes, it gets pulled out of the Endless rotation. But I don't know the exact math. I think somebody did some testing with it at some point, but I have no idea what. King Chaos, what do you want me to take a look at here? Yeah, that said, I don't think college is pointless. I am still working on certs. That's the first thing I'm going to work on is getting Tech Plus cert, and then maybe I want to do Pen Test Plus next, but I think I should do a more normal one, a lower level one. Yeah, we'll see. I'll do that one for. I'm almost done with Sec Plus course, and it's like 80% stuff I'm familiar with, so I really could probably just take the test and go. Can you play the most recent Iggy level if you haven't played it? Iggy's Overgrown Oppidum? Oppidum. A word? Sounds like an opium den. Oppidum. Sounds like something you pull out of a thesaurus when you're looking for like what's an O word for like a house or a building. Oppidum is a fortified Iron Age settlement or town. Yeah, that came out of thesaurus.com, didn't it? Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that can be helpful, but if it's like a $25 word, you want to see if you can find like a $5 word or a $10 word. Everybody's got a different tolerance, but as somebody who like enjoys words, who likes words, likes linguistics, that's a weird word. That's a weird word from nowhere. That's a nonsense word. Grandma was in a hospital. Doctor didn't know what to do? He used ChatGPT at that point to talk to people? Use ChatGPT to figure out what was wrong with your grandmother? In America? In anywhere? In anywhere that has doctors? That's terrifying. Oh. I don't know in what cases you can get away with... Oh, I need a cough drop. In what conditions you can get away with a chargeback against a medical bill. But if a doctor started doing ChatGPT in our consult, I would immediately start recording him and ask him to confirm that's what he was doing. And I would immediately file a chargeback. Like, I'm not like crazy, like no AI ever, anti-AI, blah, blah, blah. I have a lot of criticism and a nuanced perspective on it. But you know, we're not getting that genie back in the bottle. But that said, if a medical professional is consulting a large language model rather than their own experience and like decade plus of school, holy fucking shit, buddy, I can ask ChatGPT about a fucking illness, about my symptoms. And I probably would not do that because it's going to be confidently incorrect and presumptive and stupid, and it's going to lean on fiction and look at stuff like fucking like House and ER and shit like that and all this shit that's in it instead of actual medical information. There's going to be a whole lot more not useful information. So it's going to be a whole lot more likely to like pull a zebra, do something really stupid, send you down a bunch of blind alleys looking for nonsense. Kind of the exact reason why experience and training is so valuable, and why it will be really, really hard to get large language models to do that effectively. You'll be able to tweak weights. I'm sure there'll be medical models at some point, if there aren't already, that are very carefully trained on like those private doctor forums and private doctor communication platforms and medical history, medical texts. But if that's also supplemented with lower weight, but regular just piles of data from the internet, fucking r/diagnose my asshole, you're still gonna get a bunch of crazy shit. Even, like a friggin' decade ago, I had like 6 goddamn roommates in this house. One of the dipshit junkie idiots got scabies, and it was a fucking catastrophe to deal with. And when you're trying to read about it, when you're looking into how to deal with it, you also stumble into these insane communities of people blathering about like bird mites and all kinds of delusional parasitosis stuff, because it's really, really, really easy after you have something like that that's hard to deal with and hard to treat, especially if you don't have insurance. Really, really, really easy to kind of convince yourself that you still have it, that every itch is that thing, or to never let go of the itch, to always feel itchy. And then you get crazy people who believe that birds have magical mites that no one can see, and it's just, it's a fucking mess. It's a fucking quagmire. And there are huge communities of that would lend a lot of validity to those beliefs. And then all of a sudden you have ChatGPT telling you, and now I'm getting fucking itchy. ChatGPT telling you, oh, it could be bird mites. Have you heard about that? And then boom. Now you have fucking ChatGPT psychosis. Oh, there's blue platforms down there. Okay. I feel like we saw this arena at some point. I didn't really, none of the rest of the level stuck out, but I remember this arena. Oh, and then I died. It's a cute little thing. Visually, it's busy, but it's a cute arena. Yeah, and that's not to say that ChatGPT isn't really useful in the hands of professionals. I was getting Linux set up on a laptop, so I could start messing around with Linux as a primary OS, and ChatGPT was an extremely helpful tool for helping me make sense of, because there's tons, people will recommend an infinite number of guides, and at the end of the day, they're Linux users, and everything they recommend is going to be really stupid. Every guide every Linux user writes is going to be a little stupid, because it was written by a Linux user. And not like a systems person, but a fucking, the kind of people who say, oh, I use Arch, by the way. They're going to run into a ton of expected knowledge, and then when you look for more information about that expected knowledge, rather than finding answers, you're going to find people saying, oh my god, how did you not know this? And it's fucking annoying. It was extremely helpful at getting through that. But multiple times it gave me commands that were very clearly malformed, or that were dangerous, and you know, you're just starting, you're not going to hurt anything if you break it, you just start over. But you still need a little bit of expertise to paw through that. Look at him, look at his face. He doesn't like the light today. Yeah, good stuff. I like that little I like the little boss arena. Add the blue platforms from feedback I gave a long time ago. I like the little boss arena. Visually a little tiny bit busy, but it was all necessary for it to work the way that it worked. And it worked really well. Yeah, that was nice. Okay, good stuff. You, what is that? Wow. That's who you are. All right, maniator. What do we got here? Maker code. IMX. LYF. Yes. Tanya, you are up next after this one. NOH. You just snort? What are you snorting for? There's a lady over here snorting. The maker. What do you want me to take a look at here? A maniator? You're the last one. Yeah, you're the last one. Shell. Test troll start from September. Recenter ones? Okay. Well, we'll look at shell jumps. In SMB 1? You jump in a shell? What are we doing here? Oops. Huh. Okay. So, do go down here or don't go down here? Don't go down here. Okay, so I'm not supposed to be down here. Oh, and I can't get out of here. Okay. I mean, you could give me a reset door, couldn't you? Oh, this shell jumps? Yeah. I could, but I didn't. So then you just want me to do this? Yeah, I saw can you jump in a shell? Right? Isn't that what it was? Sports. God damn. Coffee flavored. Oops. Esports. I think I have it right here. Can you shell jump? I mean, can you jump in a shell? I mean, yes. Okay, janky. Janky? Oh, Hot Dog's covering his little face. He's so cute. Oh. Thank you, Hackmate. Yeah, I kind of wish we had a little bit more room to get started here. Especially since it doesn't look like the level's that long. You could just made a little more runway, right? Your level is kind of bad compared to this before. Uh-oh. This is not great. But, you know, we're here for feedback. And, you know, you can take the feedback. Or you can get really defensive and say that it was all on purpose and that I'm an idiot. Those are both choices. Oops. Basically an auto level, which is a setup to this. What's the setup? I don't have secrets for me. Oh, am I not supposed to jump on top? Am I making it harder? Well, doing that would be a little easier. Oops. If, again, if it wasn't so awkward. Kick Y, yes. Just forgot the place to start. Wow. Wow. Oh, thank God for cough drops. Oops. I wish more candy also was medicine. Oh. Wish all candy also made me feel better. Well, Juno, run and right. Who's Juno? There we go. Hamburger phone. That was the worst fucking movie. Oh god, I almost liked it. Yeah, no, I didn't like that. I didn't like that very much. You know, the trying to find the little setup there isn't terrible, and the rest of the level works as a kind of a precision experience, but I feel like that the very beginning there being all tight like that felt unnecessarily awkward. And I wasn't properly motivated to try going under, but you could pretty easily prevent the player from going above by creating like a little alley that they're supposed to be in. And then, oh yeah, actually, that would be, I think that would be really easy. Is, oops, too much crap right by my mouse. So let's get in the actual thing here. And then I'll scribble on the screen a little. Oh, thanks. You can win without the setup. I've seen it. That's why I didn't put a timer. Yeah, that's good. But you could more clearly encourage the player to find the setup. Actually, this is fine. If I go in a hole I don't want to go in. Oh, I hate myself. That's fine. By doing semi-solid up here, and then you could block all of this off and then have only this be the way through that gets the player to the flagpole. So then if the player does get up here, they will head over to the right naturally and see that this is blocked off and realize, oh, okay, I have to stay in the middle and I have to futz with that. And they'll kind of naturally stumble into the right thing after a little while and then probably feel kind of self-satisfied. Like you almost have like a backhanded puzzle there. I wouldn't say you necessarily have to do that, but I do think that would make a better level. But even if you didn't, what does still make it feel a little crappy is how tight this little spot is. I really wish that this one just wasn't here. You could just not have anything in this claw, or just have like have a 1-up in this claw. That would be cute. Yeah, have a 1-up in this claw, and then have the other ones start having the stuff that you have to deal with. Oh yeah, that's why I said semi-solid. So that the player could still bounce at just under the height of crossing the semi-solid. Oops. And they would be more inclined to find the correct solution that way with by not trying to jump over after seeing that jumping over is not intended. Not tot. It's not tot. Start further back. No, I don't think it's not doable. I just wish that while I was trying to get in, that little spot wasn't as difficult to get into. But if that's what you want, especially if that's what you want the player to find that, yeah, I feel like you could pretty easily tune it to getting the player to do exactly that. Yeah, you could just have a wall too. Yeah, semi-solid would make it clear and let the player look forward at the rest of it. Yeah, you might still try to go through there on the most awkward day possible by like letting them down and going under one at a time. Does look pretty optimized. Yeah, idea's okay. It works. It works. But I think you could lean into the player finding the right solution, or you could lean into forcing the solution on the player. But just making that open area in the beginning, even just not having something threatening above the player, I think would help, because then it makes it tough to get in there. Or swapping it. If you alternated the other way, if you started with a piranha plant, then the player could hit the piranha plant out of there and then start from there. Yeah, then you could kind of jump up in that little thing, but it would still feels a little awkward to get in there and wait for the thing to switch. Tried a wall, bounces didn't work right, and the setup broke. Yeah, well, if you tried it, you might be able to get a semi-solid to work, and it would just have to be above the short hop height. EDX. Do this last one here. See what Tanya's got cooking. Tanya Mino. Oh. There aren't a ton of games I'm really excited for. Actually, with Nintendo not having announced anything, there's very few PC games I'm really excited for, other than Mina the Hollower, I am unbelievably excited about. And Mina the Hollower got pushed back, and I'm sad. And you have Mino in your name, and it made me think. My most recent level is the one I want you to play. It's a remake. You had to patch it because there's items that there aren't in Mario Maker 2. Wasn't much space for the second part. Okay, so remake of a new soup level. New Super Mario Bros. 2. New Super Mario Bros. 2 was the 3DS one, right? I hated the 3DS one, but I don't think I played any DLC courses. IPC2. IP sitting down. Okay. That's certainly a thing. Yeah, so were the impossible course packs, were those literally just like DLC levels that they popped in? That they added in as like paid DLC in New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS? For a game like that, I would really hope they were free. I hope they were free. Oops. Somebody told me that I would have really liked, because the thing I disliked the most about the new Soup games after the DS one was that the level design was for multiple players, so it was more of a playground and less of a bespoke single player experience. It wasn't really meant to be a single player thing. They never really found that footing again until, I would say, Mario Wonder is when they figured out a way to do bespoke level design that also works at the playground in a way that's generally good. Let's not talk about the hide and seek level. Whatever, the find the invisible block levels. Nintendo should never have done that. They should apologize. They should apologize to everyone. Thank God they didn't release a Mario Maker game right around the same time, or we would never ever. But even the stupid coin collecting one on the 3DS still had that weird open and blank and boring level design. And then for some reason they were like, let's do coins, and then you turn gold if you get lots of coins. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole thing. Okay. Janky little climb. Kind of hard to see fire bars above you. Yeah. Kind of hard to see fire bars above you like this when you're doing a vertical climb. The level pissed me off finding a hidden block. This one? Different one? Oh, the fucking Mario Wonder ones, yeah. Yeah, they were fucking terrible. I know that they were meant to be like solved with groups, or you were supposed to be looking at the standees or whatever, but they're still fucking terrible. I don't care what the explanation is, they're a fucking terrible experience. There is no experience that makes them fun. Like, if it was like exploring a very large empty area to try to find secrets in different areas that look like they could hide a secret, like you could do a almost like faintly Metroidvania-y experience with that, but just having like stupid little rooms where you're finding the secret block is just like the dumbest idea. Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming you're gonna hit me with, oh well, they didn't do that in the Ultimate Challenge pack. But I feel like when you're doing a vertical approach with fire bars like that, a mushroom would have been a really nice thing to provide the player. Specifically, watch the very top of the screen and how, if I don't know there's a fire bar there, and I'm not familiar with the levels that these are based on, it's very easy for me to have committed to the jump in a way that will just kill me. Yeah. Yeah. And so I'm sure that's probably a difference in the way Mario Maker handles up scrolling, which is just terrible. It should have been fixed. Camera is faster and different, so that's screw. Yeah. That's one of those things where it might be worth considering. Like, well, if it's worse in Mario Maker than it needs to be, maybe I should provide the player with just a little bit of buffer, just a little bit of a mushroom, so that they can get through it without potentially jumping directly into something they can't ever avoid. Because especially if you're going for a Nintendo-like experience, even in their nastiest courses, I don't think they ever really do anything like that. It's too bad. It's really too bad they didn't give us any type of camera control, especially when they gave us like vertical levels. It would have been so easy to just give us a little camera thing that tells the camera to yank up. Yeah, mushroom would be helpful. I didn't play the challenge courses, but I would not be surprised if they generally included a power-up for the player. Nintendo was usually pretty averse to, like, no power-up difficult stuff. Even on the lost levels. And the lost levels were fucking terrible. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to do it on memory, a good tip is don't. Watch a YouTube video of the levels, or see if you can find somebody who broke out the whole, like a map of the whole level. You might even be able to find like a new Super Mario Bros. 3DS editor and like open up the actual level and look at it. God, the momentum on these things. Yanking me off the wall. Yeah, when they're pulling you that way, it might be worth turning that one around. Having that one spin the other way. Because when it's spinning to the left, as you can see, what was happening there is that I was bouncing off the wall without grabbing it. So I couldn't wall jump off of it. Which sucks. The fire bars seem to generally be tuned to not be facing like up when you land on them, which is good. That's another pain point with like vertical or vertical shafts like that you're climbing down then back up, is stuff like that. Blind stuff you fall directly onto. Oh. Okay. Yeah, having these face the other way would make it so that I don't get these really weird bump offs here when I try to grab the wall. Just end up making this really awkward. Especially when you're trying to time it with the fire bars. Platforms and tracks were the best solution, because the blocks on the OG level don't exist here. What blocks were used on the OG level? Maybe we should go look at it. See here. Called New SMB2 Impossible Course Pack 2. Ooh. Oh, weird. I can't believe I can't just find a video of it real quick here. New Soup 2, Impossible Course Pack 2. Maybe this is all of them? Let me see if this is what we're looking for. Browser. Quite loud. God, I really hate new soup's YouTube's new UI. Okay, yeah, this is the one. Oh, they were rotating, yeah. Yeah, new soup loved those little rotating blocks. Oh, yeah. Well, the shaft could also be even on the left-hand side. That would have been nice. But yeah, camera sure does work better there. Yeah, it's too bad they never gave us rotating objects like that. Or pinnable objects. But you might be able to, well, I was going to say you might be able to create something kind of similar with track blocks, but no, it wouldn't really, you wouldn't be able to get it to move exactly the same. Okay, well, now we know. You might be able to get a similar, well, if you used actual blocks, they'd squish, get real squishy on you. Wall jumping idea will not work. Have a fast or slow platform. Yeah, that rises you up. Or if you allow the player to grab onto either side of the throat, it at least wouldn't be that awkward. But since the left-hand side is so jagged, the player is going to want to grab the right-hand side first, which, with the platforms going the opposite way, is really miserable. You know what almost would be closer to the experience with the rotating blocks would be, teeter-totters. With something rolling back and forth on them. But I don't... You can put enemies on teeter-totters and that'll make them go back and forth. Oh, well, I guess that one faces right up. If you're going that speed. With blinder falls like that too, coin trails can help make it clear where it's safe to land. Yeah, you know, we don't really have much to do other than slide over here. Slide. Ow. Yeah, mushroom will be nice. Oh. Hot dog looks so cute. Trying to twirl. Blindfolded run. Okay. Blindfold is only ever redeemed when there's other stuff on my head. Never just put the blindfold over the hat. Get my glasses out here. Is this blindfold on hook? Maybe it unhooks. No, it only adjusts. Bad. Metroid is starving to death. Where's the pipe? Okay, there we go. And then what is it? Going down, right? There's some assholes somewhere. Oh, there's one of them. Oh, we made it pretty far. Okay, let's try one more time. Oh, nope. Oh, not today. Watch him pass all the fire bars. Not today. What? At least I didn't get soft locked for 5 minutes. Well, I guess it would only be about 2 minutes, huh? Now, these aren't the perfect simulation of the moving platforms, but I also can't think of what other people could do. But yeah, not having this one have that weird overhang on the left-hand side sure would help. That thing where I bounce off the wall half the time is insanely annoying. Oh. Yeah, and it keeps making me miss the time that I need to get the to get between the fucking fire bars, and it just makes it makes it feel like shit. We already have time pressure, and then I have to deal with random chance on if I grab the wall correctly. Oh my god. Yeah, it just feels really bad. So we can try the other one. It was bad. Yeah, glad there's a checkpoint up here. Up pipe. Not even a magical transition. Oh, yeah, you did teeter-totters up here, so you were thinking about it. Pretty sure we're in trouble. Yep. Yeah, game also had a 130-second timer, but it had extra time right at the beginning, but maybe it didn't have a checkpoint? I don't know. It might have had an auto checkpoint. But yeah, didn't it have a 50-coin timer thing at the beginning? I feel like since we don't have timers here, you could just give me more time. But at least there's a checkpoint. That reduces some of the potential frustration with that. Okay, flagpole. Fake flagpole. That's fine. Yeah, you know, references need to stay on their own as a level, but you're referencing a Mario level, so it's always gonna. Drew, how you doing tonight? It's always gonna work fine. We looked at the level that it was referencing, but even without that, it was overall okay. Yeah, it was an okay reinterpretation of that, but I don't think there's a good reason not to include a mushroom in a traditional level. Let's take a look at the video one more time. See what we were looking at for that level. Okay, browser. I don't think there's a good reason not to include a mushroom. That would really help deal with some of the firebar stuff. I can't think of a better way to do these, but I feel like there has to be some better way. But you might be able to find other New Soup levels if you search that tried to find other ways to do it. Oh, he gets a mushroom and 50 extra seconds off of the checkpoint there. Prevents you from climbing higher. Yeah, you could have done a vertical segment, right? I think that would have worked, and then just had the player exit into the end in the overworld and had this be in the subworld still. Yeah, I feel like that would have made more sense too, because yeah, the doors didn't make a ton of sense. But you could easily do a vertical subworld and then do more vertical stuff up there. Have the player door transition to this area rather than the other thing. Make that work. Oh, New Soup. Oh, New Soup. Oh, I hate you. But overall okay. But definitely fix the throat. That throat, man, that throat sucked. That top part where we were bumping on the wall there, it was just a really miserable experience. It's definitely something you could find a way to deal with. Yeah, there's definitely something you could do there. No, let's do, let's at least look at esports. One more, MMC level before we wrap it up here. 10 MMC. Oh yeah, I think there was another one from Mark Mo. U2 poop. BK2 5HG. Other one is Yoshi egg on, egg off. This one. Excellent opportunity to switch up. Let's take a look at this and then we'll wrap it up, and then I'll be back Wednesday to yell at some more Mario Maker. Maybe I will. Ooh, okay. What are you doing with this? Okay. Magic. Cool. Okay, pretty cool magic trick. Okay, pretty neat. So I'm gonna get this out of here, and then something, this is blocking some entity spawn. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna stand there and stare and then die. Yeah, maybe I'll get Fluid Q set up this weekend, and then we'll switch to weighted random. How did that not fix it? How did that not work? I have to see the Yoshi come out and what, kill him? That's my ride. Okay. Yeah, interesting gimmick. I'm glad we got a little demo at the beginning. I feel like this puts a little pressure on me right away, right coming out of the checkpoint, but it's not too bad. Yeah, especially as it slows down. I think weighted random will be fun. And it'll make it a little easier for me to store stuff I want to play and weight myself in there, and then adjust the weights so that I'm unlikely to come up unless it's very slow. Oop, oop, oop. Oh, I fucked it. Fucked it again. This is cute, though. This is a cute gimmick. Help. I don't know what else I expected to happen there, but for some reason I thought I'd have a little more time before I had to jump. Ah, shit. That fucks the Luigi. A couple other things I've been meaning to get set up too. I also wanted to, I used modded Mario Maker to build the layout, all the tiles that are around the gameplay and behind the cameras. Oh, it does work if you just fit it there. I was gonna bitch about that, but actually, no, that indicator does exactly what it said. That's Luigi. I used Mario Maker with All-Stars mod to do that, so it should be really easy for me to produce like 1 million of those, like that, just by changing the style in Mario Maker in the emulator I screenshotted with. And then set it up to just cycle through them at random. Shit. Ugh. I'm doing this to myself. I'm a little fried. I've just done one multiplayer versus and wrapped up. What we'll do. We'll finish. We'll do a little bit more of what we started. Not necessarily finish. Oops. But I have wanted to get Fluid Q set up forever. Then we'll be able to accept open course world courses more easily. And then I'll be able to build stuff for myself. Build queues for myself more easily. which I've wanted to do, especially as things slow down, so it's easier for me to just know when I need cooldowns. It'd also be nice to be able to do like a separate cooldown queue when I'm doing just troll levels. A lot of good reasons to have another queue set up. I also think it would be really funny when somebody brings me bad levels to just visibly adjust their weights to be terrible. Again. No, you're not banned. You're still allowed to bring me levels. It's just that I don't want to play them unless there's literally nothing left on the planet. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know exactly how they're doing it because I would assume it's a entity limit thing, but why doesn't it change when some of these other entities die? What changes when Yoshi hatches? There we go. That noise is a pretty nice indicator there, actually. Oh, I was supposed to spit that Yoshi out. Oops. Did not understand what I was looking at. That's where he needs the Sevis video. Sevis video. I don't know what that is. Is there somebody still making Mario Maker videos? Other than, oh, Sieves, yeah. I'd be excited for a sec. I know somebody made like a 9-hour like documentary about troll levels, but it seemed not great. There we go. I wonder if Yoshi can re-lick and double dip on his own fire. But yeah, it has to be some weird entity limit thing. It was weird. Do-do-do-do-do. Is that what I'm doing? That can't be what I'm doing. Didn't just get super hard, did it? Oh, no, I see. The egg is the switch. Okay, dodge the stars. I get it. The arrow made me think I was supposed to spit it up there. Might as well see what's coming up here. Oh, yeah, weird. So, in that other level, then, were we learning that you can only spin jump off a Boom Boom after you hit him? With a Shelmet? That's really weird. That's really super weird. Oh, okay. If I was Nintendo, I would consider Boom Boom on springs a glitch. Maybe not. Yeah, they're really weird about what they find acceptable and what they don't. Like, they featured stuff that was definitely unintended mechanics and behaviors. Like even some of the stuff with like Mecha Bowzilla that they ripped off for their trailer. And there's been other examples of that where they will do things that seem like unintended mechanics, but that you could argue are emergent gameplay mechanisms. But if you're gonna argue, oops, that was fucking weird. If you're gonna argue they're emergent gameplay mechanisms, if they say, then why the hell are glitches so bad? Like, especially if the glitch doesn't have any capacity to harm the system or the player experience, other than it's a little janky. Do they really have, like, who draws the line on what's too janky? And I recognize that there is some value in not being too clear to the player. That if you make rules that are explicit, extremely explicit, people will violate. They will come as close to violating those rules as possible and blah, blah. But I don't think that's ever really, that's a problem Nintendo has to deal with. They can say, or anything deemed inappropriate as a catch-all. But they could still be clear that, like, a glitch that requires you breaking the rules of the game to implement is something we don't accept. But a glitch that is normally placeable and as a normal interaction in the game, or an unintended interaction in the game that you are not prevented in any way from making, that's fine. I'm definitely not supposed to do that there. It didn't flip the switch. I thought I might be able to cheese my way out. Your blaster level was taken because it was moving up and down? Yeah. Crackers looks like a poop. A little bit. He's got a little bit of a poop vibe going. Hot dog looks pooped. Looks pooped out. He's been so cute all night. But he was sleeping in a weird place. He's never slept on my footstool before under here. And then I picked him up out of there and he didn't want to sleep in his bed, which was sad. Oh, now he's standing up really weird. But was he sleeping down there because there's something wrong with him? Or is he sleeping down there because he's a friggin' cat and he sleeps wherever the hell he wants? But it's weird. He went to a place he's never been before. That's weird. So stop making me worry about you, buddy. Yeah, it would be nice if Nintendo was clear. Like, I understand we don't want black hole stuff. Okay. I don't like it, but I understand. Oh, I have to switch Yoshis. That's what we're doing here. Dot found a new place to sleep. Yeah, maybe. Pud sleeps there every night. He loves to sleep there, or in my chair, because both places smell like my feet and my butt, which is what he wants. He's fucking gross. If I take my clothes off to work out, he will find them, and if I don't stop him, he will lick them the entire time. He'll lick them for a straight hour, and they will be soaked in extremely allergen-rich spit. And if I put my sweaty-ass workout clothes on the floor, he will lick them and lick them and lick them. He's gross. He likes gross smells. So maybe Hot Dog wanted to go up there because it smells like Pud, and he likes Pud. But he's never done it before. I don't want him to do new stuff today. I want him to be normal, so that we think he's healthy. No hot dog glitches are allowed. Oh, my teleprompter turned while I was reading it. Oh. Sleeps in a cave behind the couch on top of a bag full of plushies. Storage area, it sounds like. Or is that just where the plushies live? Oh, yeah. Yeah, apartments. Oh. Oh. Oops, that happened again. Yeah, that's always rough trying to find little storage spots when you have a little place. Always really liked houses specifically because you have basements and you have storage. Sometimes apartments have like rent-a-storage in their basement, but it still sucks to pay more to have a tiny garage basically. Use the entrance hallway as a closet? Yeah. There we go. Oh, and the egg died? The egg died! Yeah, we have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of hobby remnants. Controller stuff and just random stuff and things that never quite got finished that are mostly stored in places. But some stuff just wasn't unpacked yet. I finally got through the rest of the things from when we moved here. When I moved here like more than a year ago. In the garage. But now I keep accumulating more vine stuff, and I'm not selling it as fast as I'm buying it, getting it. I'm not I'm not selling it at all, which I need to get on. Oh yeah, I really wish that overhang there wasn't that annoying. I feel like there's no good reason for that overhang to be so tight. It would just let me get a little tiny bit more ahead of it if it wasn't a problem. Yeah, I know it varies based on the location. Some places just don't do it. Some places don't do it often. In Wisconsin, you pretty much always have a basement in a house. I don't think that overhang needs to be as aggressive as it is. What? What? When was I supposed to do that? Yeah, I know in like really deserty places, I think they do a lot less of it. There's different like biomes where basements don't work as well. But I feel like if I lived in a really hot place, that's where you would especially want a basement because it's colder the deeper underground you are. To a point. There we go. Egg. What in the fuck? What madness is expected of me there? That's very unclear. Am I supposed to not do that? I guess I could have gotten the red Yoshi out of there and brought it over here, but then I don't understand the point of the other one. And I feel like spitting the red Yoshi out and then jumping up there feels like a high skill level expectation. Weird. And then what the hell is with the other one? Well, that has to be, because we can't imagine we would ignore it. I'm dumb. You get that basement, there's a 75% chance the basement is useless every time. Yepers. Yeah, places near the water here are always bad. There's a town in south central Wisconsin, Menasha, Wisconsin, where every single house, because I lived nearby. We were looking at houses there. Every single house we looked at in Menasha was so swampy in the basement and had like the walls caving in. Like apparently, it just seems like every construction there was terrible. They all had the walls kind of folding in, and they all had various levels of temporary remediation, but they were all very clearly like on the verge of like within the next couple of years you're going to need a whole new foundation. So you're going to spend, you know, $80,000 on a house at the time, and then you're going to spend $100,000 on a new foundation, you know, in a couple of years. In New Mexico, they have basement hotels. That sounds nice. I would not mind an entirely underground house. If I want sunlight, I'll get it outside. Go upstairs. Twice. 1 to 3 inches of water every time it rains. That sucks. Yeah. I mean, they can be sealed good. But that's expensive, and things have changed a lot, and that's often the case, too, is that things either changed or just weren't maintained. Or it didn't matter when the basement was built. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to lick him. I'm supposed to lick him and spit him out. I'm supposed to lick him and spit him out up there. I get it. I get it. It wasn't clear. I understand, but it was not clear. We've had a couple of minor flooding events here, but we've always been able to take care of it, and it hasn't happened recently. Temperature's always 55 down there? Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I know caves only have to be like 70 feet underground or something. It's not very deep before they are 62 degrees year round, and that's like perfect. You can add a little bit of heat, and it's warm enough to be in, and it's air conditioning all the rest of the year. Like, that's fucking great. So, like, why the hell aren't we digging burrows like cool animals do? Oh my god. Oh, the water will get in. I don't care. Put more concrete so it doesn't. Should probably wait until Yoshi is done hatching. Yeah, probably. Got ahead of it. Tried to hop on the little preemie Yoshi. There we go. So you can get on there just the very second he's ready. Okay, there we go. Yeah, was having a little bit of trouble figuring that out. I wonder if I should have brought the red one. Okay, egg GG. Oh, there's a whole easy GG joke there. Oh, there it is. Great. I was gonna say there's a joke there. Esports. Be gone. Oh, really? You're really gonna do that to me? You really are. You're gonna prevent me from destroying the Yoshi. Newer houses don't include basins. I don't look at newer construction often enough to know. I do know the really rich houses I've seen getting built around here do. When I drive by them, I often see very large basements and get very jealous. No balloons for me. Okay, one multiplayer burst. Now I'm mad that we didn't do it. Then I'll fuck off. Go make some dinner. Yeah, I like that overall, but if they were still accepting feedback, I would say that clarifying that lick there on the egg would be really helpful. I think we had an earlier egg lick, which helps make sure that that's fresh in mind. But I was struggling with the order of operations there a little bit. And I still felt like I had an extra red Yoshi at the end, yeah. I'm not totally sure if that was right or not, or if I was supposed to do some other crazy thing. Yeah, good overall. Good overall. Really good gimmicks in this year's MMC. None of them are really outstaying their welcome either. Yeah, we also have a crawl space, which thank God hasn't flooded. We had one sewage backup, which was really fun. That we had to deal with. I'll go figure. But the crawl space really needs vapor barrier put in. Right now it's literally just a room full of dirt with some holes in it. It's really weird and gross. A weird, gross room. And spiders. It's full of spiders. When we first looked at the house and we opened up the door to the crawl space, it was a curtain of webs. Floor to ceiling webs. Cleaning it out was like this unbelievable nightmare ball of here it is. What do we got here? Nightmare huge ball. I wonder if I should have brought the red one. Ooh. Okay. There it is. Egg GG. Oh yeah. Yeah, there it is. GG joke there. It just took me a sec. Clips where I look dumb. Yeah, we had a flood warning, but we didn't get any flooding where we are. And my God, of course it's gonna lag. We've been getting rain. It's been really warm the last couple of days. Hopefully it's still warm tomorrow. I would like to actually get out and hike. Do some real exercise. Oh man. What a yucky little countdown timer. Clip completed with esports. Oh, I didn't watch the whole thing. Nice. Thanks. Look dumb. Burp a little. Try to make your experience. God, I hate the things that people do in multiplayer versus levels. Even without the lag, it wouldn't be fun. This is not an experience I want. I don't want to have a fucking ghost race with laggy players. We could do that for free. I could just go run in ninjas. The do that you have decided are fake exercises? Oh, just like I haven't really been doing anything. And before I was sick, I was mostly doing exercise bike and VR. Because that's easy to do when it's really cold out. But when it's really warm and nice, and starting to melt, that's fun time for hiking. Some animals come out to be cute. What a stupid level that was. And if Nintendo provided some type of classification for that, you literally could have a separate thing where you make a level 4 ghost races like that. And it would be so much better than a multiplayer versus level where there's versus nothing. And then I'm going to go look and it's going to have 1,000 upvotes. Good. Thank God. Thank God for other people not liking it. Oh man, do I have to pee. Yeah, 2,000 likes. And the tags are locked. And all it is a toilet of blocks that you get to go through with 3 other idiots. Oh, fun times. We'll be back Wednesday to yell at some more Mario Maker. You guys have a really good weekend. I am out of here.